Welcome everybody to MME International Stream. I'm your host Teladia Plays. Now, obviously, I'm joined with Max and RJ. Our guest will be here soon. Jheat will be joining us. He's just currently in a traffic in the interstate, so he's DM'd me. But
Okay,
he will,
cool.
but he will be
I'm
here.
gonna need your guys' help, Talai and RJ. I'm behind on the news. I've been away on the weekend and I've been filming stuff today. I can't even spoil everything that I filmed today. Whew, and I'm not done.
Oh,
Well,
so you missed the news that Kevin Feige is retiring?
No. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, RJ.
no,
And
no.
the DCU's been canceled.
Mm-mm.
Or
No.
the fact.
James Gunn's full speed ahead. Full speed ahead.
Well, the good news is that we have got topics tonight, and it's some really good ones, and
Cool.
plus more. So
Yeah, well, something happened today that was pretty big.
yeah, so RJ, let's kick it off. Like, where do you want to kick off with?
Do you want to talk about the thing that happened today?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it.
Okay. So they hired a writer for the MCU X-Men movie, which is moving full steam ahead. They're apparently going right into development on it, so they hired a writer today. And apparently they're going to be hiring a director relatively soon. So
Awesome. I'm so excited. I'm where we're at right now with superhero movies, except for DC, is like far beyond where I ever thought we would get. We already had we had X-Men, and now we're getting another version. We're getting Deadpool and Wolverine. We're getting the Fantastic Four. I can't think of anything. We probably are going to get the Midnight Suns, hopefully.
Fingers
Like,
crossed.
can you think of anything that we're not getting that you that you still wanted?
well, the thing is, though, I think this writer choice is extremely underwhelming.
I
The writer that they picked is Michael Leslie's, who wrote the Assassin's Creed movie, and he wrote the latest Hunger Games movie.
Oh, interesting.
Assassin's Creed. Yeah, see, I was just excited that they're officially going forward with and this is via Deadline that I'm looking on Twitter,
Yeah.
with the project, but I didn't really check in to see who this writer is. That
It's a
doesn't thrill me, no.
pretty much has just written one good movie that people seem to like.
Which one?
The only movie that seemingly he wrote that people liked was the latest Hunger Games movie, and that's it.
The latest Hunger Games. Okay. Well,
Which, I mean, to be fair, this will probably not be the last writer to work on this movie. They're probably gonna do like 2 or 3 script rewrites anyway, because we know how this works. But I don't know. I'd be more excited if they had like a writer, a better writer on this, I guess.
Welcome, Anthony. Welcome.
I would too. Honestly, though, RJ, to spin it in a positive direction, at least it's not the people that wrote Ant-Man Quantumania and
Well, yeah,
the Rick and Morty writers, right?
yeah. I guess it's a bright side. There's no Rick and Morty writers writing this.
I found the article. Marvel's X-Men movie taps Michael Leslie to write the script. I guess this was the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes a success?
It was moderately successful, I'd say so. I mean, he didn't do like amazing. He did fine, did fine for what it was.
Yeah.
What's up,
So
Sticks?
I'm just through the moon that we're getting an X-Men movie again.
Here's my thing. It's like, at least we are getting an X-Men movie. Now, I wonder, are they gonna go for leather, or they're gonna go with the '90s? Just wondering.
I think you got to go for something different from what the Fox movies did. You can't do a carbon copy of what they did. You got to do something very different from what they did. I think people are eager for something that's a bit more comics like, a little bit more fantastical. I think people are ready for it. The X-Men movies from Fox were a product of their time, you know.
Yeah.
I think now it's time to like really go to that next level and kind of deliver something that's a
Well,
bit more like the comics and live action. But we'll see. I think I need to see who's going to direct this, and then I probably will feel a little bit more confident. I want to know who's directing this. There were some rumors saying they want Ryan Coogler to direct this, which I wouldn't be against that.
Anthony, it's up to Teladia and RJ are heading up the MME International, at least for now. See how it goes. So I mean, you're not if they want to. I don't know if you want to keep a smaller panel or whatever you guys want.
So we don't want to make it crazy, like a crazy panel,
Okay,
like over
like my
6.
regular panels.
Yeah, well, it's up to Teladia and what he wants to do. So
Yeah.
I don't want to like over 5 or 6 people,
Okay.
right? I want to limit to about 5, maybe 5 or 6, but that's pretty much the limit I'm going, because we've got to keep a space for my guest, which
Okay.
is Jheat. So
well, if you're okay, I could send it to Anthony.
Anthony,
And
yeah,
then if
sure.
more people come in, Anthony, we'll see. But
yeah, we will rotate.
yeah. All right, let me give that to him.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'll probably be more excited once we get a director, you know. But I don't think this movie's coming out for a minute. I don't think we're gonna get this movie until like 2028 or so. Like we're still a few years off from it.
Well, what would be the biggest change you'd like to see in X-Men? I'm just happy that we're finally getting it in the MCU. I don't
like
really
for it to feel more like the comics. I'd like for it to actually because listen, like I said, I appreciate the Fox movies for what they did, but they were clearly products of their time. You know, Bryan Singer really did not want to embrace the source material. For some stuff he did, other stuff he didn't. You know,
one of my best friends on here, I'm not going to name him, doesn't think that Wolverine is like an A tier character. And I said once he got to the 90s animated series and then the movies, he became an A-list comic book hero. Like I think he's up there.
I have a hot take.
Spider-Man's obviously more popular, but he's up there. He's up there.
No, I mean the big three at Marvel before the MCU was Hulk, Wolverine, Spider-Man. Those are like the 3 biggest characters they had, right?
So, but I mean that wasn't necessarily true for Wolverine until the animated series and the movies, right?
No, I have a hot take though. Okay.
Well, what I was gonna say is, once you bring Wolverine in, it becomes the Wolverine show again, and now we're just getting Deadpool and Wolverine. So I think that the biggest change I would like to see is I would love to see the X-Men form again and not have Wolverine until like the 2nd or 3rd movie.
Oh, okay. I was actually going to say, my hot take was going to be that I hope Wolverine's not in the movie. I would actually like for this first X-Men.
And I love Wolverine, but we're going to get a lot of him in Deadpool, Wolverine. Who knows if they make a sequel to that? I don't know. But in their version, the X-Men.
If I'm behind this X-Men movie, I'm focusing on like four characters. Probably Cyclops, Storm, Jean Grey, Rogue, and maybe Gambit. Like do those 5, and then you can have like a Jubilee or a Kitty Pryde or like. I just think for this film, you really got to focus on a different lead than Wolverine. It should not be Wolverine as the main character again. I don't think you should do that again.
Well, Ron here is very concerned with Wolverine's body. He says he has to be short and hot and hairy.
Wait, what?
Well, yeah,
because a hot, hairy, short.
In the comics, Wolverine's like 5 foot.
I don't care how tall he is or how short he is. I really don't, honestly.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman, like, you know, obviously he played the character well, but in terms of like look, he's like super tall, muscular, handsome. That's not Wolverine. He's a short, ugly Canadian dude, you know?
I would love, what would be your ideal, Anthony, I'll bring, Blue Jay's on here too. So we're getting, okay, so we only have one more slot for Jheat.
Yeah.
Anthony, I'm not going to bring you on until you put an icon on. I'm sorry. I can't, it's a pet peeve of mine. Hey, Blue Jay. Blue Jay? Anthony?
What's up?
Well, I was asking, thank you, RJ and Teladia, for bringing up this topic, the new X-Men film. What would you like to see? I'd like to see no Wolverine, at least till the 2nd film. Really strong focus on Storm and Cyclops. And maybe Colossus, like right at the start, to get some, Colossus and Beast, like the old school crew. It's what I would love to see.
Me personally, yeah, I would say first we have to get Storm right. Cyclops obviously. Um, what else? Kitty Pry as well, because they messed up that character. Bush League, that character terrible. What else? Oh, I don't need to see Wolverine into the second. I agree with that. I don't need to see him into the second one and
Hmm.
stuff. So
Teladia.
and Beast. I
Yeah.
want to see a little bit more Beast and Nightcrawler because he's a part of the team. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know how he was not in the last stand, but whatever, you know. So yeah, hopefully.
Teladia, what would you want to see in the new version of X Men that might be different from what we got already? What kind of lineup do you want to see as of the X Men
So,
characters?
so I would like to see something like out of the X-Men 97 lineup.
Okay.
That's what I would go for because I think after the massive success of X-Men 97, that is the best option, right?
I have to say, I think Morph is an underrated character now too, and Morph was one of the shining spots of the X Men. I didn't finish the series. I still got to finish the last episode, but Morph has some exciting possibilities even for live
Oh yeah,
action
yeah.
too.
I think Morph is gonna be a part of the team. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Well, there's a couple options they can go. They can either go for the original issue number 1 team, the original 60s team, which is Cyclops, Jean Grey, Beast, Angel, and Iceman, or they could do an amalgamation of that and like the 70s giant size X-Men number 1 team where you throw in like a Storm, a Colossus, and that kind of stuff. If I was doing this, what I would probably do, I would probably do a lineup of Cyclops, Jean Grey, Beast, Storm, and then probably Jubilee and
And
maybe,
Kitty.
yeah, Jubilee. Well, that's the thing. Would you do Jubilee and Kitty Pryde, or would you just do one of the two? That's the other question.
I mean, you could save one either for the second or first movie, whatever they want.
Yeah, but because I would honestly, what I might do is that I might have the first movie be where it's Magneto and the Brotherhood as the villains, and then you have like Rogue as a
Yeah,
villain at first.
because
Because you
so
could
far
do like a whole storyline where like Rogue's a villain first, like in the comics, and then she steals Carol Danvers' powers, then she defects to the X-Men and becomes a
that's
hero.
definitely not gonna happen in live action.
Why would that not happen in live action?
They're not gonna.
I mean, no. I agree with RJ like on this, right? I think her um taking Captain Marvel powers
That's if Brie
would be
won out of the franchise, but I don't think that's how.
But
no, but
that wouldn't take her out of the franchise though. It's just that's just some like she's not gonna take away her powers. I'm just saying like you could do a storyline out of that, and if you want to,
yeah,
like honestly, I think it would be really cool if Brie Larson to play ball with that, and kind of I think it'd make her a little bit more likable in some people's eyes if she's willing to do that. You know?
yeah, agreed.
All right. Blue
I
Jay, are you
mean,
there?
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
here.
Okay,
What you
what
gotta
would
say,
you
Blue
like to
Jay?
see in the newly announced X-Men film? What would you like to see different? What kind of cast lineup would you like to see for the X-Men? And
Um,
before we get into Blue Jay's response, we got 5 people on the panel and 14 people watching, and we only got 7 likes. Come on, everyone, get those likes
Come,
up there for MME International Movie Talk, headed up by Teladia. And RJ's helping, and Blue Jay's helping, and Anthony's helping, and I'm just here for the ride. I'm in the passenger seat tonight.
yeah. I mean,
i-
go ahead.
if you want my um, I guess I like to see Jubilee because the only last time we see her in the movie was Apocalypse,
Hmm.
and she doesn't do
That
much.
was a great movie, though.
No, it was not. That was hot garbage for sure.
She didn't do much, so I guess I kind of want Jubilee to be the main character because I mean it's kind of like what the animated series was where when she first joined the X-Men. We'll see what from her perspective. I want Cyclops, Jean Grey, obviously. Um, who else? There's Nightcrawler. There's uh, I do agree. Wolverine should. I mean, you can have him Wolverine in it, but not him as a bit of a he was handled in X-Men 97 because he's not like the main character or whatever. I like the other X-Men. That's just because it's an X-Men property doesn't mean Wolverine has to be every single freaking movie. So I would probably say Jubilee, Jean Grey, Cyclops. I'm curious what they do with Nightcrawler and maybe go ahead with maybe Sunspot. I don't know. There's
Yeah,
a whole
deciding the roster is going to be one of the most difficult things they have to
I don't know
do.
about Sunspot because that's been one of the controversial thing about X-Men 97 is why they didn't cast a
Of course, always controversial. It's always controversial. In
Let's be real.
why
It
they
would be
didn't cast
pretty.
a Brazilian actor to voice the character even though he's black in the
Oh my god,
comics.
that sounds like Twitter being Twitter.
that doesn't
You
matter.
know,
Who
but
cares?
like it's a voice character. Like, come on, like
That's what I'm saying.
it's
That
not
sounds
live
like
action.
Twitter
If it
being
was
Twitter.
now, if it was live action
One
and
at a
they
time.
cast a white guy like they did for New Mutants, and yeah, that's a problem.
Okay,
That's
nobody has a problem with it until somebody brung it up. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well,
So
let's
Yeah, I
be
mean,
real.
that's
You
Twitter
missed
for you.
missed opportunity if they just did the same X-Men characters as the first film.
No,
You
I'm
just
good. They had to mix it. Yeah,
they have to mix it up.
Yeah.
Ron has an interesting comment what he'd like to see for X-Men movie. Do the giant size X-Men story where the original X-Men team gets compromised and a new X-Men team is sent to rescue. That's a lot. I would love that, Ron. It's just a lot of casting way up front, though. You know,
You know what? I actually would want Gambit. I want Gambit to finally be in the movie.
Gambit.
Yeah, I feel like you got to do Rogue because like Rogue was done so dirty in the Fox movies. Like Rogue never got her just dues in live action, and same with Gambit. Gambit never got his.
And
just
then
dues in
we
live
saw
action
him in
either.
Origins and Wolverine Origins, and he's like, "Yeah, never show up ever again, not for nothing."
Yeah, and then they did the whole Rogue romance with Iceman, which is really stupid.
I don't know. Whatever.
Here's my
yeah.
thing, right? Sorry.
Oh no, go
So
ahead.
I was gonna say that I think it's time for Gambit to have a live action adaptation. We
He
haven't
froze? Oh.
had in
Especially,
live action.
yeah, I agree, Teladia. Especially because of no spoilers, but X-Men 97 series this season.
Well, I ain't gonna spoil what happened.
Yeah, Anthony. I was just gonna say, Anthony, don't say anything.
Well, it seems I was gonna mention too. Like it seems very likely.
we know.
based-
Yeah, he's.
Well,
yeah,
no,
we know.
no, no, no. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the villain. Like it seems like they're gonna be doing Mr. Sinister.
Oh yeah, Mr.
Like, that
Sinister.
seems like
Yeah,
that seems to be the character they're really pushing right now, and I feel like that's like the next logical step for like a villain for the movie.
Well, and remember all the Fox post credit scene and lead up to Mr. Sinister, and it
yeah,
happened,
we were
and
yeah,
didn't
we
do
were gonna get
nothing.
Mr. Sinister. Yeah.
He was gonna get Mr. Sinister for the new cast of Fox and stuff like that, and they never
Well,
did it.
yeah,
It was
then
it was
Disney-
it was
then Disney
rumored.
bought Fox,
It
yeah.
was rumored that John Hamm was gonna play the character at that time, so which I could see it. He looks like him, so you know, Mr. Sinister's my son. Use him in the first live action MCU villain. Why not?
I mean,
It'd be
we've never
something
had
different, too.
we've never had a live action Mr. Sinister, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Just-
something different.
Like they already used William Stryker. You could still have him in the new reboot movie.
but they've done him
but
before.
not like a big character, like like him being in the military. You could have doing
No, I would not touch William Stryker. Two reasons. First reason is they've done a reboot on him twice.
Oh
The
shit!
first-
Yeah, the new cast. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't touch that IP at all. So instead, work on Mr. Sinister, do something which is make a film the X-Men where they're already established. Right? They don't need to have they don't need to have an origin film. We've already seen dozens of origin films from comic book films, right? I think more like an established world where heroes are already there and the X-Men are there, they are established, maybe in their fifth year as an X-Men would work, right? And like I said, I think having that as a having that template from X-Men '97 would work.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
well, that's the other thing too. The guy kind of decided again.
Anthony season. We're not going to talk about Gambit and X-Men Origins Wolverine. He was the actor was cool. It's just he didn't have nothing to do in the movie after that.
Yeah, he was a waste of time. Honestly, that was just
Waste
so
of
bad.
opportunity.
Waste of opportunity and a waste of time.
And then we was gonna get what's his name? Jason. Damn, he was in Free Guy. Oh man.
You mean Magic Mike XX?
Channing
Magic
Tatum.
Micah?
Yeah, yes. He was gonna get a Gambit movie. That the script is out there. That sounds dope. It sounded cool.
I'm sorry, but like, I'm so
man,
glad
yeah.
that movie got canceled because Channing Tatum would have been a horrible Gambit.
I mean,
You don't know?
No, no, Channing Tatum would have been.
We'll see what he does in Deadpool 3, even though it will be a small cameo though.
I don't.
No,
know.
no.
If
What you need is a French guy to play a French guy. That's it.
Actually, yeah. I can agree. Get that for sure.
I just can't see Channing Tatum doing a Cajun accent. It would probably be just. As bad
yeah. The accent would probably be horrific.
It would probably be just as bad as Halle Berry trying to do a African accent.
Yeah, she's not that good at. Yeah, she's not good at doing those.
Which is horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's something that they got to decide. That they got to decide. Do you want to start like with the film with like Charles like assembling a team for the first time? If you want to jump in with already established and like they're a few years in, because that's what the original Fox movie did. Like it was Wolverine and Rogue being introduced to an already existing school, an already existing team, right?
Yeah.
So do you do something similar where you're jumping into something that's already established, or do you like start with like from the ground up? You know?
Yeah, I mean it would be cool if I wonder what the school is gonna look like at Xavier. Like, are they gonna model it differently from the Fox movies? Because
It has to be.
I mean, you can't be the same. We can't see. I mean, I don't want to see the same house and stuff like that. So,
what I would here's what I would do. Model it after 97. That's the best way to do it. Don't do it like the Fox stuff, because like if you do it model it straight like the Fox stuff, people are just gonna compare it to the Fox. But if you do it
I just don't want them to do a carbon copy of X-Men 97 either though. They need to go in their own direction. Like use X-Men 7.
But you just a template. Just use that as a template though. Like the X-Men 97 template.
I think you can pull from it, you can learn from it, but I don't think they should ever try and copy it or just do it exactly the same but in live action.
What would be cool? They could use. I would like them to their mansion be modeled after X-Men Revolution one. Like that mansion looks cool because they have the tech gear stuff. Like if somebody go inside and shoot and stuff. So I thought that was cool.
So I mean, like what I mean is like the danger room, the basketball court and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, cool. For sure. Yeah.
That's something that they need to implement in the next X-Men film, because it's very important for Marvel Studios to have these types of elements for the X-Men film. Because if you don't have any of that, it's not an X-Men film, right? That's the way I see it.
Just in.
Ooh,
This
breaking
just
news!
in.
Breaking news! Play it.
Breaking news!
We got the full scoop on what the X-Men movie is going to be about from a rejected scooper. 100% accuracy. Here we go.
Oh my god,
the X-Men reboot will release after the multiverse saga has concluded. Marvel Studios wants Ryan Coogler to direct the project. Ryan Coogler for Well, I mean, maybe if they bring in a good story.
Oh yeah. So this is like a.
Yeah, this is like old.
Well, no. I was gonna say this is like an amalgamation of everything that's been reported thus far, like all the rumors about it. Like it's basically a summarization of all the rumors.
The film will focus on female characters. I think they just say that regardless.
Regardless.
Hold on, my cousin's calling.
Your cousin's like, pull the tweet down.
Oh my god.
It's fake news.
So
Fake news.
So the film will focus on female characters, while also introducing new characters.
Yeah,
Why do they have to
obviously.
say female? Yeah, it's gonna have male and female characters.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
well,
not
that's
well,
not
it's
that's
basically,
not
it's
a
but
news.
basically,
like I don't. Okay, sure, whatever.
well, it's basically
Whatever.
emphasizing the fact that they're going to introduce characters that haven't been in the movies before, like in live action. Like they want to try and
Yeah.
like do new stuff that hasn't been done before.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Oh.
you could have said just say both female and
Yeah.
both male and female
Ones that haven't
characters.
been in live action before, and the main ones that we all know. This is absolutely nothing, Burger. This just says
Yeah.
absolutely nothing.
it's absolutely
Michael
nothing,
Leslie will write the
Burger.
script. That's a fact. The only other thing in here is Ryan Coogler, which actually I could see Ryan Coogler. I don't think this person has an inside track for this, but I could actually see Ryan Coogler directing the X-Men movie.
I
It's
like
up
it.
to, well, it's up to him because honestly, like if he does Black Panther 3, which I think we
I'm
all assume
assuming he's gonna do. Yeah, I'm
which we all assume
assuming
he's going to. Is he really going to want to do another comic book movie after
No,
this?
I like Ryan Coogler. I really like Ryan Coogler. I love Creed. I love Fruitvale Station. He's doing like a vampire movie for Warner Brothers and stuff. I can't see him. It'd be cool, but I can't see him doing an X-Men film. I can see like a completely different director, to be honest with you. Like I can see when I think of Ryan Coogler, I think of Black Panther. I think that's just where he's at because he's doing the Wakanda
Well,
show.
I mean, Namor was a mutant,
Yeah, but that doesn't really mean
so he
much.
kind of introduced the first mutant into the MCU.
Sort of.
Sure, but that really doesn't mean.
And
Oh,
there
he's
was
gonna be
always the
X-Men.
rumors about Black Panther and Storm, because that happened in the comics. But like, what if
Which, to be
the new
honest,
Black
I
Panther they age him up depending
Yeah.
on where the MCU goes, and then he what's
well, it's been my speculation for years that once we do Secret Wars in 2027,
the
that is
new
going
T'Challa.
to it's going to soft reboot the MCU to where it's going to like you do like a convergence of multiverses similar to the 2015 Secret Wars event where the Ultimate Universe merged with 616. You basically merge some universes together and you rewrite the history to where mutants and Fantastic Four have always been part of the main Marvel universe, right?
Sure.
So basically,
Outside of
after
the
Secret
Inhumans.
Wars,
Outside of the
after
Inhumans.
Secret Wars, you start from page one again, but it's already an established universe, so you just like start over again, kind of like you
I
do
mean,
a reboot.
personally, I mean, I'm more concerned about. I want them to bring back Bo DeMayo because he did a great job with X-Men '97.
No,
Well,
he's done.
I don't
He's-
really
no, I'm
understand
good.
really why they. I know
What
we
do
all
you
know
mean
the
you're good?
rumors.
He's not coming back. If he would have come,
I don't know.
If he would keep on it. If he was hot, he would have got already another project.
Well,
after
we
this show. He
can't.
doesn't have nothing.
We can't put. We can't put
And
the whole
I'm not
blame
gonna.
or the
I'm
whole
not.
acclaim
I'm
on
not
Bo
gonna bring.
DeMayo.
I'm sorry.
We don't know.
Time.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be like, yeah, bring back a guy for something we don't know nothing. I'm not rooting. I'm sorry, with all due respect.
Well,
Whatever, bro.
I'm not rooting for a guy.
Wish
Wish him nothing for the best, but he has nothing going on.
Well, the thing is, though, we still don't know why he got fired.
And
So
there's a reason why they haven't put it out because they might blacklisted from Hollywood. If a studio doesn't want to put out what happened, he doesn't want to.
It sounds like they had like a behind-the-scenes agreement not to talk about it because neither one is talking about it.
So
that's
whatever.
what I'm saying. Like it's such a weird situation. Like I don't know.
But there were other people working on the show, so it's not like all him.
Yeah, it's
either.
not just them. Yeah, it's just the collaboration between everybody.
I'll respond to MWAT because I'm not telling anyone to believe Scoopers. It's still fun to talk about. This whole thing about like, why are you even talking about it? I'm not telling you to believe it. It's fun.
Both
it's interesting.
subjects are frauds.
Rhea wants to see Psylocke and Archangel.
Oh yeah, Psylocke.
So very true characters, yeah.
I was gonna say niggas on Teenage Warhead.
Well, I mean, technically,
That'd be funny though.
Hey, Bruce.
She was already in the
Hey,
new
Brucifer,
Deadpool
what's
movies and
up,
stuff.
man?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that, but she's in the Deadpool 3 trailer. I was like,
Yeah, like
I don't think so.
I don't think she would. I mean, unless if they want to recast her.
I mean, they did recast. I mean, it was funny that they did recast
I'm trying to
Yukio
do you proud.
Wolverine from Deadpool 2, but like everybody doesn't really know that because she wasn't the Wolverine.
Isaac has an interesting question. Should they do Age of Apocalypse story first?
No,
They're
No.
already doing that for the
no,
second.
No,
Oh, never mind.
don't. Here's the thing: you should not touch the apocalypse stuff until like movie 2 or 3. Honestly, because the apocalypse
Yeah.
stuff is
What's
like so
things they
complex and
shouldn't
so
touch? The
big.
Apocalypse and does
Phoenix
anyone want
Saga,
to
the
see
Phoenix
Dark
Saga, the
Phoenix
Phoenix
again?
Yeah,
Saga.
don't touch
touch
apocalypse and
anything.
don't touch Dark Phoenix out the gate.
Yeah,
Save
nope.
that for down the road.
You save that for maybe 10 years from now, something like that. Something like that. Just 2
15
Well, I
hours.
don't know
years.
about
Something
10
like that.
years from now. I'm just
Well,
saying you
maybe
don't do it as an
15. Maybe
movie.
15 years from now, something like that. Maybe
Well,
2055. But other than that, like, don't
well,
touch
we're not
any of
waiting
those.
that long. I'm not waiting like till I'm like an old man for that answer.
Well, eventually, I
Which
don't want
of
to
the
see.
top
I don't want to
villains
see
would
those
you want to
characters
see?
again. Huh?
I mean, do you want to see I don't really want to see a Magneto villain story again right away either.
No,
No,
I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do
just
Magneto.
straight up have him like
Oh,
him and Xavier is just
all right,
separated.
all right, we got to get Teladia, Anthony. Go ahead, Teladia.
So it's like I wouldn't do Magneto again. I would do something completely different, right? Do the futuristic storyline, right, where the Sentinels are taken over, right? You do that storyline, that would work for an X-Men film because they didn't fully make that potential in the previous X-Men films. But if they did that properly and correctly, I think it would work. You could, you could reintroduce Cable into it. You could introduce Bishop into the fold.
I mean, I don't think the thing is like you kind of have to have Magneto in there somewhere. Like you can't avoid
You
Magneto.
just can't
Too important
abandon
to the
it.
story, right?
Yeah. You just say
But I
that they
mean,
both separated. That's it. Like just say that him and
Well, one
Xavier
of the
just
ideas I thought about though, what I thought would be actually kind of cool is what if they do an X-Men movie and then they do a Brotherhood of Mutants movie?
oh, that'd be interesting.
Like you do
yeah,
like two separate movies, right? Or like one's about Magneto, one's about the X-Men. You know, that could be cool. That'd be something.
Who will be
That's
on the
kind of
team
what
for
they were going to do
Magneto?
with the First Class series.
Oh yeah, they were gonna do a
They
spin-off
were
of
gonna.
Magneto and then
Well, no. First Class was originally going to be Magneto Origins, but after X-Men Origins Wolverine, they kind of canceled it and just turned it into First Class.
for no reason. I don't know why Hugh Jackman show up in that movie, but
Hey, I'm not going to complain. That cameo was funny.
you go fuck yourself.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anthony.
It's the
Anthony,
cameo. That was a funny ass
no,
cameo.
Anthony, try and keep it PG, man. Try and keep it
Sorry.
PG.
It's just a
Swear
funny
jar. Swear
cameo. It was
jar.
one of the best cameos of all time.
Well,
but-
technically in PG-13 movies, you get to say it once.
Yeah, you get once F bomb for whatever reason. It should be
Well, you
3,
use it.
but
How come you get to get it all the time?
who
All
me?
right.
Well, you just got to be the first one to do it. So,
Be always the first one to do it.
yeah, sure. I mean, I'll be up for that. It just depends who will be on Magneto team. So, yeah, I'll be up for that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's done with that. Unless anyone else had something they wanted to add to
What
that.
was your other topics, Teladia?
So we have DCU news, Supergirl
Okay.
hit.
Here we go.
We've got MCU video games, Furiosa review. We can talk about the Furiosa review. We can talk about multiverses with Jason. Jason.
Do you have an article for this or a picture? Would help so we could see.
I have got the trailer for multiverses if you want to talk about that, or depends on what you guys want to talk about.
Oh, it has the characters in the trailer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll look at YouTube.
Well, I guess we got about Furiosa.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about Furiosa review then. Considering we'll go to the Rotten Tomato score because why not? Present stream scare.
God, the Boston Celtics are frauds. Jesus.
StreamYard. All right, so here we have Furiosa the Furiosa review, and it's at an
George Miller.
88% Rotten Tomato score.
Hey, that's good. That's good for George Miller. Hey, that's not bad.
Yes, that's pretty good. Like, let's go. It's got 120 reviews, so let's go over the reviews, shall we? And
All right.
let's go for the top critics. Let's see if we can find Max's favorite person on here.
Grace Randolph.
The movie, I would say the movie is tracking for worldwide opening between 80 million to 85 million on a budget
let's
of
go.
168.
Let's go over some of them, right? Chris Hewitt. There aren't many directors who understand action as well as Miller does. Like Fury Road, Furiosa is filled with an awe-inspiring display of stunt work choreography. Christina Hulbert. Furiosa has car chase and biker hordes and flaming death. But most impressive are the small moments of beauty that you won't find anywhere else. Michael Phillips. Even amid new depth of misery, Furiosa still delivers the clean, electrifying inches above at can't pronounce that last bit camera perspective that made CinemaScore shot Mad Max so arresting near 2 generations ago. All right, let's see if we can find a bad one. All right, we got a bad one right here.
He's so positive, yeah.
We got one bad one right here. Perhaps I am burnt out by its prequels, but Furiosa felt like Miller and his co-writer Nick Lathrus were playing a convoluted game of connect the dots to sync up with the plot of Fury Road.
I could see that.
Another one, Joshua Rothkopf. Furiosa is too distinct and determined, ends up being too self-regarding and too downbeat. Stephen Romo. All the bits and pieces are there to continue this landmark series, but the outcome results fails to leave an impression and lacks oomph.
Huh.
And
I'm still looking forward to it, but yeah.
But there's a couple of more. I want to see if there's.
I think the consensus is even people that like it though. It's not going to out Fury Road. Furiosa,
Yeah, but
it's not.
Though.
Not gonna out
that was unexpected. People weren't, expecting it to be that good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm seeing it opening weekend. I'm gonna
Max, are you seeing it?
Fun. So,
Mike, you seen it?
I want to. I have to see when I'd be able to get to the theater this week. I do have off Monday.
Yeah, I'm not surprised it's doing positive. I mean,
George Miller. I forgot about that.
And it's probably going to do well on Memorial Weekend. So
there we go.
Yeah, so I think it's going to do good at the box office.
Sorry
it's
about
tracking
that.
It's tracking between 80 million to 85 million worldwide.
Well, that's worldwide. Domestic though, it's funny because it's going to be in a neck and neck race with the Garfield movie for number 1, which I think is
Garfield is probably going to beat the shit out of it. Because it's Chris
Let's
Pratt.
see if,
for whatever reason, Chris Pratt just dominates every time overseas.
Like Chris Pratt. That's all it is.
He's a talented guy. He's very talented, without doubt.
Even Variety and IndieWire gave it a good review.
No surprise.
But there's no what's the name?
So
there's no
because she's not a top critic. That's why.
Yeah, she's not a top critic.
Are like newspapers and websites.
Oh, okay. All critics.
Yeah,
is it all critics?
Yeah, I think so. She'd probably be somewhere there. If she even left.
If she watched the movie,
she dropped a review, but I don't know if she put it in Rotten Tomatoes.
Because I want to see what.
Did we lose Teladia?
She has to say. Yeah.
Oh.
All positives though.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of positives there. Blue Jay, are you going to see it? Furiosa?
Maybe I'm planning on seeing it. I've seen a lot of movies this month. Yeah, I'm a sucker for cars going crazy, and I like Fury Road. So yeah, probably this weekend.
There she is, Grace Randolph, Max's one and only, says not as good as Fury Road. This is more on the level of Sin City or Watchmen, playing very much like graphic novel. Taylor Joy is softer Furiosa than Tyron. But Hemsworth makes up for its incredible villain, very dark but with flourish.
Hmm.
Nice. That's nice from her.
Yeah,
That's
everyone
nice.
seems to be enjoying it for the most part. So that's
Yeah,
nice.
it's just
Yeah.
hopefully it makes good money on Memorial Weekend for sure.
But I have my slight disappointments too because we're getting not as good Furiosa and not as good Mad Max when you could just have the best versions of them. And no shade to Anya Taylor-Joy, but just like they could go
But
with
George
old man
Miller
Max
say,
and bring back Mel Gibson, which actually the director said he doesn't want to do. He's like, I haven't even thought about that. I'm more on this other story.
which I
But
mean I could see because Mel Gibson is a controversial person in Hollywood. So
well, not as much as he used to be.
yeah, not
Mark
so much,
Wahlberg is his friend.
but
Mark Wahlberg's doing another movie. No, I'm just kidding.
no.
Sean O'Rourke says he's a nice guy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he might be to people, but like in
But
Hollywood, you know.
it would have been cool to even get like a Furiosa sequel off of Fury Road with Charlize Theron. She's a great action star.
Well,
You know?
George Miller say they were gonna do it, but it's just that to do de-aging technology is too
No,
expensive.
why are we going backwards? I mean,
Hey,
George Miller created. I shouldn't be like that because if I was going to be like that to George Lucas, I shouldn't be like that to George Miller. But I would really prefer to see a continuation of Fury Road with Furiosa. Just drop Tom Hardy's Mad Max because he was like probably the weakest part of it. I don't know. Does anyone else have a comment on that? Would you? I know people are still excited to see this movie, but I would have preferred to see Charlize Theron come back as Furiosa and Mel Gibson as Max again.
I mean, I'm not against it. I don't know. I think that George Miller just wants to tell specific Mad Max stories, you know? And because he mentioned when it came to Charlize Theron, he was gonna cast her again for this prequel, but he said that after he saw some of the recent movies, he's like, I don't want to do the de-aging technology because it doesn't look that great. So he's like, I'm just gonna recast because he's like, he was considering using the de-aging technology, but he's just like, it's not there yet, you know?
Well, it is. Marvel has the best one out there.
Yeah, but considering the movie and like how far it goes back to like her as like a little kid, then her as like
yeah,
teenager, it wouldn't have worked, I don't think.
Yeah, that's true. But they could have just cast Anna as her teenager counterpart and then do the older version. But I mean, sure, I guess.
I mean, I don't mind it.
Yeah, bottom line, yeah,
it works. You know,
hey, it's positive reviews. George Miller's back at it doing another movie. He's probably gonna take another 3-4 years, 5-year break again. So,
I don't know where it goes from here though. Like
he said, Mad Max movie.
Another Mad Max movie he's writing. So we'll see. We'll see what he does. We'll see.
Probably
What
his
next,
last
Mad Max?
not
Yeah,
if this doesn't
I
get
would
good
love if
box
George Miller.
office.
I would love if George Miller did a original movie.
Does anyone think this is going to get as good box office or surpass Fury Road's box
I
office?
mean,
No.
Furiosa is tracking for. Let me look it up. Furiosa.
It's 80 to 85 opening weekend.
80 to 85 opening weekend.
I mean, because the original Mad Max Fury Road, I don't even think it hit 500 million.
It
So,
didn't. Yeah, it didn't.
make a lot of money.
Furiosa. I think the last time I checked was. Oh yeah, it was 50 million for domestic.
That's
And
not
now
decent.
now it went down to 40 since
God
it's coming
damn.
up. And then it's making for 80 to 85 million dollars worldwide start.
Yeah,
And
that's
this
not
movie
good.
and this movie costs
it's not horrible. It's not horrible.
well, I mean,
It's
the
okay.
movie,
It's okay, but like
it's all right, but like
but I think Memorial Weekend is gonna help.
I mean, guys, like I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here, but when you look at the summer box office, like
It's not good. It's not good.
Nothing's really popping off like that.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Except
I mean,
Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah.
I mean, like you
well,
have. I mean,
well, I
Kingdom of
no, I think Inside Out 2 is going to be pretty big, but that's
Oh
not
yeah,
for.
Inside I was tracking to make 80,
And
100
honestly,
million.
I think
Yeah, 80
I
to
wouldn't
100
sleep
million.
on Bad Boys 4 either. I think Bad
Well,
Boys
see,
4
look,
is
I have that too. See, I have that tracking too, because Bad Boys is tracking for 50 million.
That's from the same as the last movie, which that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
And then Inside Out 2 is tracking for 90 to 115 million.
God damn. Jeez.
And what else is coming out? I think that's
That's it. I don't
in terms
Twister.
of the big movies. I mean,
Yeah, Twister is not coming out until July, the same month as
yeah,
Deadpool.
July. I don't have that yet,
yeah,
but
that's
I
not.
think Deadpool will be fine. It's
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. So it's just going to be an interesting summer to say the least. I mean, in terms of movies, I think it's going to be good, but it's going to be interesting to see how these movies pan out financially. But I think they'll be perfectly fine. At least it's not as crammed of a summer as it was last year.
Well, this
Yeah,
is
I
the
don't. Yeah, last
result
year
of
you
the
have
strike,
like
right?
last year you have every
What
every 2 days or every week.
really impacted this summer slate and this whole year slate. I'm just saying, when you look at the box office, like the summer is like
way down.
May has not been great overall. I mean, it's been okay.
Well, with our
nothing
Marvel,
no.
with our Marvel movie in May, it's not gonna look good, and that's what happened. And film Twitter, they dumbasses, got proven once again wrong. With our Marvel movie in May, the box office is gonna look bad. So not surprising.
Yeah.
And plus, Deadpool was supposed to come out in May. Just
Well, yeah.
got pushed back into
Right,
July.
well, the strikes happened. Yeah.
And the strike happened.
Yeah.
So if it
And
would
the
have come
strike
out in
happened.
May, it would have helped the box office. Probably would have helped Fall Guys well. But things had to happen for a reason, and studios took a long time to pay the actors and writers. So, yeah.
Okay,
What's next,
so let's switch gears, shall we?
for sure.
Okay. Now take this with a grain of salt because this is a rumor.
Why are you even covering it? I don't even want to hear it. Forget
Hey,
about
it's
it.
a-
No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus,
It's a ru-
Why
I
do you
love
why do you
it.
listen?
Forget
Tell me how I
about it.
feel.
Forget
I'm just
about
kidding.
it. Forget you. That's funny.
No, I'm interested. Well, I'm all ears.
Yeah, for sure.
Claudia, what is the rumor?
Okay, let me get the article. Well, not article. This is coming from Reddit, which actually posted it, and I saw it, so I was just like, I might as well cover
Very
it.
reliable source.
Very.
Where is it? Fantastic Four. I have to find it. It's about basically MCU making a video game.
Oh, from Alex. Yeah, he's
Alex Perez from Cosmic.
he's a very well known Marvel guy at the Scoop thing. So
Okay, so let
Yeah.
me screen share.
An MCU game. So there's already Marvel Rivals, which people are like testing right now. But you're saying like an MCU game, like based on the MCU versions of the characters.
No, we're talking about like a video game set in the MCU.
Yeah. So is this the person? Is this the scooper here?
Yeah, this is the scooper. Yes.
Okay.
So they said, studios, movies, television shows that tied in affect the course of MCU. Spotlight MCU are just shows with little connection, little node to tie into the MCU. Animation free for all. And we've already got an MCU adjacent video game in development. Interesting.
So
it depends.
I think this confirms it. Kevin Feige really wants to drink James Gunn's milkshake.
Why, RJ? You stole my point. Yes, he's competing with Gunn.
Funny. I'm just saying it's so funny that this is now a rumor when they've already been talking about DC is going to do video games set in their universe.
Although that's the one thing we haven't heard anything about.
Yeah, we haven't heard every update, and we know Marvel deliver on video games because they got 5 different studios working on different games.
Well, no, because the thing is with what Marvel does with their video games, So Warner Brothers does all their video games in house,
which is stupid. I
Yeah.
don't like that. I really don't like that whatsoever.
With Marvel, they stopped developing games in house. They started reaching out to other developers, and it's like, hey, do you want to work on this IP?
But that's smart though.
Well, sorry, they go to developers and ask them if they want to work on a Marvel project, and then they're like, okay, which one do you want to work on? And then they take a pitch, and then they're like, okay, we accept this pitch. Go ahead and make the game, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, listen, I think it's risky when you start trying to do video games set in continuity with movies and TV shows, and you have to like make it canon.
Oh my God, that's all I said like a year ago, and people jumped down my throat that I'm a gun hater.
They did jump.
But Max, here's
You
the
did
thing.
too, Anthony.
I did a little bit for sure. I kind of
Max,
agree now.
here's something I do know though. Marvel are trying to copy DC right now. DC, according to a scooper,
Gun is the
which I know
blueprint.
he's a reliable scooper. He's actually stating that there's a possibility that WB Games Montreal are making a DCU game, which is a rumor. So take it as it will, take it with a grain of salt. But sorry, go on.
No, I was saying I could see that for sure.
Oh, and we got my special guest on at this time, Jheat plays. Jheat.
Flame on. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hey, Jay.
Hello.
What's up?
Sorry I'm late, guys. Last minute family emergency. And wait, am I lagging? Can everyone hear me?
No, it's decent.
We see you, man. So we're talking about the MCU video game situation. What are your thoughts on this?
I'm actually quite excited for it because not only are we getting a Captain America game, but a Captain America Black Panther game. So this is very intriguing to me. So, I mean, this is new territory for a lot of fans. So hopefully they stick the landing.
What character would you
question though, right? So if they're doing an MCU adjacent video game, what the hell could what character would it be? Where would it be? So would it be like a cosmic centric video game, like street level video game? Like where would this even be? That's the question. It's so broad, you know?
Yeah, ever since this, everybody asking what type of game we talking about, because it could be anything. We know that already. We know Insomniac is doing an X-Men game. That's years away. They're doing the Wolverine game. That's connected to that X-Men game.
Oh, that's a given. That's a given.
So it depends on what type of game. Whatever game they could do. I mean, we already got Black Panther and the Captain America in the works. Video games probably coming in the next few years, and Blade as well. So every interesting. Will be a shooter game.
Well, because when you talk about canon to movies and Star Wars right now, they're doing the Jedi games, which are set in continuity with the
and that's great
world, right?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
They're so separated; they don't really cross over per se. They kind of do a little bit, but not really. So this would have to be something that's off in its own little corner. Like it couldn't necessarily impact everything.
I'm doing good, Isaac. Oh, thank you, Raya. Thank you. But this is just my opinion. I'm not trying to speak for anybody here. This is just my opinion. Synergy is going to be a factor regardless of whether it's MCU, DCU, what James Gunn's trying to do. Synergy is always going to be a factor at the end of the day. But they cannot. I kind of want this to be a standalone, if I'm being honest, because the MCU has become so bloated post Endgame. You hardly see any fan investment anymore. And Disney Plus, and even with the content you're getting off Disney Plus, it's just a nosedive. I don't know if everybody else thinks this way, but
no, I agree. I agree.
I just gotta be honest.
I mean, I've watched most of the Disney Plus shows, but I have not seen all of them. Aside from Secret Invasions, and I think that's kind of it. There's some shows that I like, but I do agree. There's been kind of always this back and forth and stuff. I mean, I do agree with the fact that a lot of this stuff, not many people keep up. I think movies is where I'm at. I mean, I'm more of a movies guy. I'm a shows guy as well. But when you're talking about the MCU, it's kind of hard that you want to keep track of movies and TV shows. You don't be fully caught up. And so, yeah, I mean, video games. I mean, I'll play it. I don't agree with having it being connected to a universe and stuff, like much like the DC stuff. I'm like, do I gotta play the Superman game to know about the movie?
See, but that's
And
not
I'll be
though. If they do it like the Star Wars Jedi games with Cal Kestis, those are standalone games
Yeah,
that
those
like
are standalone.
are
Yep.
set in the universe, but you don't have to play them to like enjoy a TV show or a movie.
Maybe
That's the template they need to use.
maybe a Daredevil video game. Maybe perhaps I could see that.
Potential.
Why not?
That would
Why
be
not?
awesome,
Everybody been
though.
asking for one for the last 5 years,
It'd be,
and so why not?
I want an M-rated Daredevil game. That would be awesome.
Yes, why
Actually,
not?
that would be actually really cool. They would never do this.
No,
Imagine,
they should.
but here's the thing: imagine they do like a Ronin game with Jeremy Renner, where you tell the story of what he was doing during the 5-year blip.
Okay, that yeah, for
See,
sure.
That's
that's
paint.
too good to be
That
true.
that
to
would
be
be
honest with you,
entertainment.
man.
Yes, that would be entertainment.
Yeah.
What about
So
that?
that
Oh,
would be
thank you,
good.
Raya. Thank you so much.
You know, I'll Punisher game, a Daredevil game. I take a Hawkeye Ronin. Yeah, that would be dope. Whatever, whatever they could do with it. I mean, they already have 5 different studios doing different video games for each different character. So, like,
It's
sure.
worth the investment. But hot take. This is just my personal hot take.
For sure.
Video game synergy is way too ambitious of a project. Just let me cook here. Let me cook, because you got to factor delays, you got to factor post-release schedules, movie schedules, gaming schedules, potential merchandising. There's too much going on, especially with the chaos at Warner Brothers Discovery. The very fact that James Gunn even brought in video games, I was like, okay, this is going too far.
No, you ain't wrong, man. You ain't wrong.
Like, I feel like I'm the only one looking at this logistically. There is no way, especially with as cheap as Zaslav is. Teladia, I know this is your show. Just let me have this. As cheap as Zaslav is, I'm surprised he even warranted half of this. I hope I was at that pitch meeting. Apart because there is no way in hell, realistically, they could convince this unless it's like, okay, we're just gonna rush Superman Legacy out in the course of a year and a half. If it works, it works. If it flops, it flops. I do not see James Gunn's DCU getting off the ground. I just don't see it, given where the company is right now.
You know what? Imagine saying, we're gonna do video games, but how cheap Zaslav is, they're gonna be mobile games instead.
Now, here's the thing, though.
Thank you, Blue Jay. You're just proving my point.
Right.
Here's the thing, though, Jheat, right? I can see David Zaslav actually doubling down on AAA games. We do know that they are making another Arkham game, which is going to be Arkham Shadow, right? That's
VR
a VR
exclusive.
game.
VR exclusive.
exclusive.
I wish that was. Ooh, man, damn.
I know what you're thinking, Anthony. Don't worry, I know exactly what you're thinking. But I do know, like, according to a leaker, that a Superman game is in development, and I'm just like, okay, cool, that that is in development. It could be set in a DCU game. So if James Gunn has put his fingers on whatever WB Montreal is doing, I can see that game coming out 2026, 2027, purely because they want to have that brand synergy out. And next year, obviously, they want to get that Wonder Woman game out. Because if you remember, this is WB at the end of the day. They have AAA game. They only have 2 AAA games a year.
I want to play that Wonder Woman game. I really want to get that
Oh,
game.
it's in good hands. It's indeed in good hands. I can tell you that.
And
in good hands.
I just want some updates on the Wonder Woman video game. Come on, been 3.5 years. We need that.
Don't worry,
up.
Anthony. Don't worry. I reckon we'll probably get that Summer Game Fest. Jheat, what do you want to say?
Game Awards. I think it's coming this year, no matter what.
Yeah, like.
So I don't want to cut nobody off, but can we please just stop trying to copy Fortnite and Apex? Like the looter shooter, the trend is dead. Let's be honest.
I've been saying that every game gets a battle pass and no one's buying it. Even the games franchise I love, no one needs a battle pass for everything.
People only play Fortnite. I agree with just people only play Fortnite because of the battle skins and they weren't trying to win games. And people keep buying those skins from Fortnite have every skin you could think of from any property ever, from every different studio. Dude, and that's what people keep playing, and you cannot replicate that. Now Marvel Rivals, That's
Oh
cool what they're
god.
doing. That's cool. That's cool what they're
Dude,
doing.
even
But
games
other than
like
that, like you just can't replicate.
bro,
it.
my favorite franchise is Need for Speed, and they got a freaking battle pass to get a car. No, thank you. To get a Mustang. No,
No,
thank you.
nobody's doing
Yeah.
that, man. Nobody's doing
Well,
that.
we got a super chat. So Isaac says, "How would you guys rank the MCU movies and show from Phase 4 and 5 from worst to best?"
Worst is Secret Invasion, hands down. I'm just gonna say it.
Secret Invasion will go down. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Other than that, Secret Invasion will go
No,
down.
I disagree, Jheat. Echo.
Okay, all right.
Echo.
fair
I
enough.
don't know about Echo. I
Echo's
say
the worst.
Secret.
I still
no,
haven't
no.
seen
Secret
Echo.
Wait,
Invasion.
which one's the worst? Hold on, I'm trying to hear what Max is trying to say. Hold on.
Echo.
Oh, I forgot that show.
Yeah. You can't put Secret Invasion worse than Echo.
I still haven't seen Echo.
Oh man.
No,
And thank you for the
Secret
support,
Invasion is
Isaac.
worse,
The
man.
499, we really appreciate it here.
Okay.
I
Echo. Okay, worst to best. Okay, Echo, Secret Invasion, Miss Marvel. I actually saw that with my niece. That is aggressively mid, in my opinion. It's not for me. I will openly admit that. Whatever Disney Plus shows. Are we counting X-Men 97 or is this strictly
No.
MCU?
Just MCU.
Okay, strictly MCU.
That's animation.
Okay, Quantum Mania, because again, Phase 4 and 5 really don't amount to much. No, Spider-Man No Way Home's the best, but let's be honest, that was a collab where Sony got most of the benefits. So, I mean, this is not the MCU's post multiverse saga wasn't off to a good start. And the less said about Kang's voice actor, the better, because I don't want to risk anybody getting demonetized.
Yeah.
I would say the worst is Echo. It started out okay. I understand why they just dropped it all. I'm surprised it even got released, honestly.
But
there's no way Batgirl is worse than Echo. No way.
That would be disrespectful to the talent not to release something like.
I heard shit. I heard terrible things about Secret Invasion, so I've never watched it. But I heard
don't watch it.
What am I missing with Phase 4?
Phase 4.
Spider-Man
There's
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
There's
Quantum
Black Widow. There was Shang-Chi, Eternals.
Shang-Chi, I would say, is the top for me.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Multiverse of Madness was Phase 4. I thought that was an early Phase 5.
Am I missing something? There's Black Panther. There's some. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, that was it.
Was
okay. I have my top 3 now.
Okay.
Shang-Chi. Doctor Strange 2. Wakanda Forever, and both those movies I did not like the first time. I watched the second time and I enjoyed them a lot more. Wakanda Forever and Doctor Strange 2. The Wanda stuff is just amazing rewatching that. And the shows were not that great.
No.
I still had liked parts of Secret Invasion. Loki season 2 I didn't even like that much. It was just okay.
It had a decent ending. You got to give it that. It had a decent finale.
Miss Marvel, I'll put Miss Marvel. I'll put the Marvels and then Miss Marvel. Was She-Hulk in Phase 4?
Yeah, that was 4. Yeah, that was 4.
Oh, okay. I'll put She-Hulk, my number 4, ahead of Miss Marvel.
Oh my God, really?
And then Marvel.
Echo's pretty bad, man. Echo's pretty bad.
No,
yeah.
Max said, wait, Max, you think She-Hulk's better than Miss Marvel?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I like She-Hulk.
It was more mixed. Like the ending is not good. Like I didn't like the way they ended the season, but there were some great parts to it, and I love Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk.
See, I kind of like She-Hulk. So.
And it had Daredevil was
listen, I'm a She-Hulk.
It had Daredevil making the walk of shame.
Because
the casting was decent.
He got hit very hard. Yeah.
Matt Murdock got some, and so did She-Hulk. What's not to love about that?
I think we can all agree that the casting was decent. Is that the writing took a nosedive halfway through? Let's just agree to disagree on that. Is that fair, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Does anyone else want to rate it? Because Isaac did pay $5 here.
Me personally, if I would go for Phase 4, what movie was there? No Way Home will be number 1. Shang-Chi will be number 2. And number 3 for movie.
Oh yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That has to be up there.
You sure that wasn't late Phase 3, like post Endgame Phase 3?
No.
No. And then
Oh no, that was Far From Home. That was the epilogue for Endgame. Okay.
And yeah, and
I
then
understand.
I can't think of the other movie in Phase 4. So for TV shows, I could say WandaVision is up there for me until the last episode,
Well,
which
that's
it
not
was
Phase
okay.
4.
Yeah, that is Phase 4.
Yeah, it is.
WandaVision, yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that WandaVision, and then
I thought it was like Phase 3 or something.
what a Loki. No, Loki, WandaVision, and then Falcon the Winter Soldier into the last episode.
Well, I love Falcon and the Soldier if that's Phase
and
4.
stuff. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
getting my phases mixed up. I'm sorry.
And then who? And then what other TV show? And then Hawkeye will be last. That's it. And for 5, that Doctor Strange will be. There'll be Doctor Strange, and then what else? What came out? Guardians will be Guardians, Doctor Strange, and then Thor: Love and Thunder. And for TV shows, yeah, you could say Loki season 2 because that came out during Phase 5, and Miss Marvel, and then She-Hulk, and then yeah, and in the next sequel to Captain America, not Captain. I mean, Captain Marvel, and that's it. Yeah.
So that is what we got to say.
You want
in
me
terms
to
of-
give mine real quick?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Before we switch over, because there is something.
I'll be very quick because I don't want to be here all night. Probably the best MCU movie post Endgame has been No Way Home and Guardians 3. Best TV show has been Loki, and then the worst, probably the worst TV show is Secret Invasion, and the worst movie's been probably Quantum Mania.
That Holes character just annoyed the hell out of me. Look at
Which
my
one?
Yeah,
holes.
Echo is not
Yeah.
redeemable. I'm sorry. It's really not.
I think it's my best. Oh, I thought my phone was ringing. Best MCU movie post Endgame. Let's see. Yeah, No Way Home, Shang-Chi actually, and Guardians
I
3.
love Shang-Chi too. That one's a great
Yeah.
movie.
Best TV show, Miss Marvel, and Miss Marvel, WandaVision. I think that's it.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
most
Oh.
underrated of the Phase 4, Phase 5, I would say Shang-Chi. Watch it, IMAX enhanced. It's the best IMAX enhanced MCU movie because the full movie is IMAX aspect ratio. It's beautiful. Like rewatch it on Disney Plus if you only saw it in the theater. I rewatched it on Disney Plus IMAX enhanced. It's my favorite movie to watch on Disney Plus. It's so good.
Yeah. So there is some breaking news that I saw about an hour ago, but I think we should talk about it on stream. That is, let me get it. Can you play the breaking news?
Breaking news!
Thank you.
Thank you. And Street Fighter is getting its official movie, basically. And it's done by Legendary and Capcom.
Please don't screw this up. Please don't screw this up.
Well,
Please
the
don't screw
direct,
this up.
yeah, they announced this a few months ago. This is the official logo because they're having a licensing expo for toys and merchandise right now. So they showed off the logo for the movie.
I'm not excited till I see more because they did
the directors, though,
Legend of Shang or
the
Chun-Li
directors
before.
Yeah, well, the directors, they're actually pretty good choices. They also just did Talk to Me, that horror movie Talk to Me. And they also have like a YouTube channel where like they're massive Street Fighter fans. So,
Okay.
Yeah, they have really good directions on when they do the fighting, crazy
Oh yeah,
fighting
the
stuff.
episodes in fighting they do is great.
yeah,
Dude,
so
I
if
can-
anyone's
Very
going to
good.
do a good job with this movie, it would probably be them. So,
Yeah, wait, I wonder who's the writer of this thing. That's my question.
Both of them, I believe.
I mean, okay, if it's them writing, I'm not really that worried about it.
What are you talking about, Joe? You're on a different level of your huge news compared to everyone else. I don't know.
Oh, talking about the Star Trek news by yeah, the reboot movie they doing.
What?
Again?
Again,
No.
that's it.
What?
Yeah,
they're doing a reboot of Star Trek with Simon Kinberg.
yeah, the worst producer from the Fox.
Oh
movie.
no!
Yeah.
You mean they're canceling the Chris Pine?
No, they
sequel?
still doing that. Apparently.
Well, they're doing a prequel apparently.
Yeah, doing a prequel. It's a prequel to that, which
So they're doing a prequel
whatever.
to the prequel.
Yeah, doing a prequel to a prequel. Which okay? How many prequels are you gonna do?
A prequel to a prequel?
Any-
That's hysterical.
Anyway, bring it back to Street Fighter. I think the logo looks cool, right?
Yes.
Like,
I mean, it looks
Uh,
That's the
exactly like the
classic.
it reminds me of the video game Street Fighter 6, right? I know if Pep is watching, if you're watching Pep, you know this logo reminds you of this.
Well,
right?
I was gonna say it reminds me more of like Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 4. Like
Really?
it's more like a throwback logo, to be honest.
I can see
Really?
elements of both, actually, if I'm being honest.
It is what's his name who did the movie back in the day? Oh my god, I forgot.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, is John Comden's gonna come back in this one?
Nah,
Probably
dude,
not.
nah.
It would
Probably
be
not
dope
after.
if he did though.
Nah, it's probably not after him signing with Mortal Kombat. Nah, come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
He already signed a deal with MK.
I got a
with-
rant coming up too on one of his topics here. I'm
Oh,
really
here we
angry.
go.
Get ready, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so that is the Street Fighter news. Next up, we do have the multiverses thing that Max wanted to share. So go ahead.
I have a topic on this. I know people are going to call me a conspiracy theorist.
What?
Warner Brothers is going to Warner Brothers.
What are you
And
talking
they
about?
have been messing up more than the Snyderverse. They've been screwing Ed Boon. Back in the day for DC Fandom, they had The Rock ready to make a presentation with Ed Boon, and I am still waiting for that presentation. And then we get Combat 1 that is cut off at the knees. It shouldn't have been released. It was scrapped together because NetherRealm was making some other game that we will never get to see.
You realize
Wait,
it's
wasn't
like
that
a
promotion during Fandom 21 or Fandom 22?
The first one, it was
The
supposed
first
to be. They
21,
never
yeah.
did it.
You
Okay.
realize it's like a
And
massive
Ed
conspiracy,
Boon,
right?
I've been following Ed Boon for years. He's been hinting at all kinds of things on Twitter.
Yeah, we need Injustice 3.
He was going to do something like multiverses, but on, he was not going to just do Injustice. He was going to
But
have
this
Mortal
game's been in
Kombat,
development
Injustice,
for
and
years,
other characters.
though.
What, RJ?
Max, like you realize this conspiracy makes no sense though because they've been
No,
working on this game for
it
years, right?
absolutely does, RJ, because they said, no, we're giving it to multiverses to do what they want because they're going after the Smash Brothers, they're just going after the Smash Brothers IP.
Max, let's play the clip first.
So they're
Play the
giving
trailer.
all the good
Play the trailer.
they're
We'll be
giving
here
all
here
the
all
good
night.
crossover characters to this game, and they
Dude,
made
Mortal Kombat's doing fine.
Max, get off your
Mortal
soapbox,
Kombat 1
please.
is not doing fine.
It's doing
Max,
fine,
Kombat
bro.
1
People
wait,
is
is
wait.
not
getting the
doing fine.
DLC
At
though.
launch, you could tell it was a mess. They did the whole cameo system is something else that NetherRealm developed, so they could have characters where they don't get their spines ripped out and have
Max.
them in
Do
the
you
game.
really expect Bugs
Max.
Bunny to be in Mortal Kombat, Max?
No, but I would like some Game of
Max.
Thrones characters and some more horror franchise and
Because most of the
Agent
crossovers
Smith,
are
some
cartoons, you
Neo.
realize that,
Yeah, I
right?
want to see Neo in there.
Let him
Max,
get out of
is-
his system. Just let him get out of his
No,
system.
but
Go ahead,
okay.
Max.
but listen, the cameo system they have in place. It's obvious that it was developed so they can have guest characters where they don't get
yeah.
brutally fatalitied.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
lost.
want to see
That's one of-
Steven
that's one of
Universe
the-
get his guts ripped out. Yes.
That's one of the hard parts of having IP characters in your game. Ed Boon has navigated it before. This cameo system is perfect for having
Max, you realize
other
most
characters
Wait,
in
hold
it.
on, hold on.
And they cut
RJ, just let him have it.
cut
Just
it
let him
off
have it.
at the knees, and they gave everything to this game, and they neutered.
Most of the characters
NetherRealm's
in
game.
multiverses are like cartoon characters, like from Cartoon
No,
Network.
but they get
Yeah, there's
Batman,
cartoon
Superman,
though.
Wonder
There's
Woman.
Oh
not.
my
Your
god.
Ma-
You're
Ma-
not
Ma-
getting an
wait, wait,
Injustice
wait.
3 now,
Your
are you,
theory
RJ?
doesn't
Well,
make
isn't
any
that curious
sense,
that
though.
this is out? So you can have Batman,
You're
Wonder
gonna
Woman,
get both.
and Superman in a video
both,
game
though.
fighting game at this time, but it isn't in another realm game. I wonder why, RJ.
Okay,
Anyway,
I will
I'm
play
lost
devil's
here.
advocate. This is
I'm
all I'm going to
lost
say
here,
before we
man.
play the trailer. Distribution of assets aside, that has happened in the past. If this is true, this won't be the first time. This likely won't be the last. Warner Brothers is going to Warner Brothers. Can we at least agree on that?
They can.
Yeah.
I
I
agree
mean,
on that,
listen,
but I
Warner
don't-
Brothers
I
can
don't-
Warner
yeah.
Brothers, but like they're not going to undermine NetherRealm. NetherRealm makes them too much money.
Listen,
Yeah.
NetherRealm
I tried, Teladia. I tried.
had
No,
Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman in Mortal Kombat versus DC, Injustice 1, Injustice 2. Now they can't get an Injustice game made, but they're in multiverses.
No one cares,
Is that a
Max. Okay.
coincidence?
Max, let's play the
NetherRealm was
trailer.
developing something else, and they had to switch it to Mortal Kombat 1.
take the L. Just take.
Take
I'm not taking no L.
firmly grasp
I'm not
it.
taking no
Okay.
L. I'm on
Firmly
point.
grasp
Thank
it.
you, Isaac.
Isaac with the
Max has a point
$1.99.
at
Thank you.
$1.99.
Thank you for the 199, Isaac.
Put
But Max,
Max-
Max, can you at least show them the trailer for the two
Well, I'm
characters?
not gonna play the. I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna do frame by frame. Here's Joker.
What's the point of this? Look, God.
All right, fine. I'll play it. Here we go. Here's Wonder Woman. She's in it. Look, we could have got Scooby Doo characters.
Oh my
We coulda
God.
got in
You're
Mortal
not going to
Kombat.
get Scooby Doo
we
in
coulda-
Mortal
we
Kombat.
coulda got-
Nobody wants to see Jessica
Could have got
Park
what's
ripped
this
out.
character from with the white hood on?
That's Finn from
That's
Adventure
Finn.
Time.
Adventure
That's
Time.
I need a
Yeah.
minute. I need a minute.
Max, why do you want children's characters in Mortal Kombat?
I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't want children's characters in there, but there's a lot of characters in here that would go fine.
Because it's meant for a broader audience.
Again, firmly grasp it. All right.
Relax, bro. It's just what
It's a
made this
topic,
game,
Crazy
though.
We
Joe.
could have had something amazing from NetherRealm. Now I'm still excited.
You
for
still
Multiverse.
probably
I
getting
am,
that.
but are you honestly going to be as excited for this character that they're going to reveal here to be in multiverses over NetherRealm?
Yes. Yes.
No.
I'm just as excited.
The
to
two
have
characters.
Jason Voorhees in multiverses over NetherRealm over Mortal
He
Kombat.
was- he was
1.
But
already
he
in
was
Mortal
in
Kombat,
MKX.
You're a liar.
Max,
You're a
Max,
goddamn liar if you think
Max, you're wrong. Jason Voorhees was in MKX.
I
You
know.
forget-
I
You
know.
forget that. They're not going
So,
to
Ed
redo
Boon
the
And they
worked
don't
out this
repeat.
relationship
And they
to
don't
get those
repeat guest
IPs
characters.
in multiverses took them.
No, because
No.
NetherRealm doesn't repeat guest characters. They do one and done.
Yeah, they do
Well, they
one and
should.
done.
Yeah, this is me,
Okay,
everybody.
They don't carry from game to game.
Okay,
Exactly.
so far, I can't believe we're still on this conversation, but so far we've had Jason Voorhees, we've had
Yes, I
Alien,
know.
we have the Predators, we had what was it? Dollface. What was that one with the Dollface? What was his name? I can't remember.
Chainsaw, the Chainsaw Massacre guy.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh,
Thank you.
Leatherface.
Leatherface.
Leatherface. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, Mark Hamill will likely retire his Joker portrayal out of respect for Kevin Conroy. That is very much likely.
Yeah,
I
this
will
is
not
his
be
last
a fan.
project, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you
But-
play the thing and show them the revelation.
I'm not sold on this Joker. I'm not against it. I'm not, it looks okay.
It's not for
Here's
you,
Jason
Max.
There you go.
Voorhees.
Pep was
We could
actually
have had
happy
him
for
back
this.
in Mortal Kombat, but no, Multiverses gets all the cool
Oh my God, let
IP
it go.
characters.
You're-
Let it go.
Warner
Let it go.
Brothers.
So this is one of the characters revealed, which was
Which,
really
by the way,
hyped.
I kind of say real quick, I love this design. It's so cartoony and silly and stupid, but I love it.
I love
And then the
Agents.
second,
Yeah, okay, RJ. You don't want children's properties in a Mortal Kombat game, but you
RJ, you walked right
want
into that.
horror
one, not
movie
gonna lie.
characters in a kid's game.
God, I'm about
This
to-
isn't a kids game
Keep the
though.
same
It's
energy,
a broad
brother.
audience game.
Keep the same energy. You want a horror,
look at Blue
R-rated
Jay.
horror that slashes the hell out of people in a kid's game. Okay.
Alright, so this is
hold
one
on,
of the.
though.
So this is one of.
This isn't a horror character though. This is a cute, cuddly teddy
No,
bear.
this
you
is
can
a
hug.
horror character. This is not gonna. He is not gonna cuddle you.
Oh, by the
He
way,
is
I
not
want
gonna
to.
cuddle you. He is gonna cut you off.
Side note though, I want to say something really cool though that they're doing. So, Multiversus announced today that if you played the game before it went away, you get Jason for free,
Yes.
and you get the premium battle pass for free. You don't have to pay for it.
Nice.
I
Yes.
have that game, Rhea, Splatterhouse on 360.
Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy because I got to play it before.
I barely played it. Does that count?
And
Yeah, even if you played
I
it once, it
barely
still counts,
played
yeah.
it, but you complain a lot.
And to answer your comment, Raya, hopefully I pronounced that right. Splatterhouse
Raya.
was a
It's
pretty decent
Raya.
game. I'm not going to hold you on that.
RJ wants horror characters in kids' games.
Oh my
So,
Right.
Kids game though. What's not a kids game?
It's cute.
anyway,
Yeah, that's really good. Can you imagine the horror fans that are
About to make a
disgusted right
meme.
now.
The
who look
demographic is
cute.
8 to 12-year-olds. Sometimes you have a horror character for the sake of teen angst and edginess. It freaking happens.
Thank God, all the Jason fans can hear all the multiverse. He looks cute.
Oh my god.
I tried.
I'm about to make a meme out of this, I swear.
Anyway, so essentially, so this is one of the characters. Can you show them Agent Smith? Because Agent Smith was the next character revealed.
I want
this shit.
Neo. Come on. Why is Agent
Neo's
Neo's
coming.
but this is a villain-centric season. The villains are trying to fight the heroes. They're introducing more villains.
He
Agent
better.
Smith looks cool.
And you know what's going to really annoy me? If they okay, if it's all right, Teladia, we'll bring Joe on.
I think Max is delusional.
Hey Joe.
Hey,
How's it going?
I lost my train of thought here.
you're talking
you
about
John Wick.
to ask
John
you
Wick.
when you rage
If
quit.
they brought if they bring John Wick, because Ed Boon was working on that to have John Wick in Mortal Kombat. If they get John Wick,
They'll probably
But they-
do Neo before they do John Wick.
yeah, but that's gonna piss me off.
John was not even Warner Brothers.
John Wick isn't coming.
Lionsgate say they're making a video game in as well.
Wait, if John Wick is a younger IP, wouldn't that technically be cheaper for licensing purposes?
Yes.
I don't say young.
Yes.
No, because if it's a
but
Warner
no.
Brothers game, it'd probably be easier to do like Warner
It's
Brothers.
pretty
Does
Yeah.
Warner
That's
Brothers
true.
release the John Wick movies?
No, it's
No,
Lionsgate.
it's-
No,
Lionsgate.
It's
Yeah, but they have a
Lionsgate.
relationship with
Lionsgate.
Lionsgate. Though.
It's Lionsgate's own the IP for that.
Yeah,
But-
they own it.
but I'll say this is-
But
this
Warner
is-
Brothers could call them if they want to license.
Yeah.
This looks lame.
John
This
Wick.
one, the Agent Smith to me is like, okay.
I mean, looks like what's the
Hater.
actor name? What's the actor name?
Hugo Weaving?
Hugo Weaving?
Yeah, he looks like him.
But it's still cool that we're getting two villain characters side by next to Joker. Well, actually, alongside Joker, I should say.
Alongside, yeah.
Yeah, which is great because I got to play the alpha and the beta for this game. So,
nice.
so it's going to be really interesting to see how many fans are going to replay this game after a year break, because they've been a year away, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see what direction to go. What Warner Brothers will go direction after these two
Yeah.
characters.
Oh, I think there was data mines saying that they're also gonna add like the Powerpuff Girls and a few other characters too, like Johnny Bravo.
I love
Please,
that.
for the love of God, let it be the originals, because I do not want to be reminded of the reboot.
I think it's the
No.
originals. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
original.
it's all look the same though. I mean, I don't know. I guess. I mean,
At least it's coming out in
part of the
28th
world.
of May. I think it's
Yeah, it
coming
comes
out
out
20
next week.
Is there
next
any
week.
other hints here?
Is it still free like last time?
Yeah, it's free to play.
Yeah, it's free to
go.
play.
It's not. I believe it's not on the Switch. So you fuck.
I'm gonna beat
Well,
you
it'll
on
probably come to
multiverses
Switch
right away.
too. It'll
Yeah,
probably
probably-
Switch
it'll
next year.
Next year or the year before, or the year after, it'll come to Switch. But
Here, let's
for the-
let's look at a better.
I have got a
picture
better.
of-
I have got a better topic though.
Sure.
Please transition.
Well, I
Please.
want to show this. This
Is it the
what-
top
this-
story of the week?
This is what.
No.
Can we cover that, please? Joe's very excited about
All
that.
right.
Yeah, there's not going to be a bigger story this week. There's just not.
But nobody's talking.
What?
You still think this looks cute, RJ?
that looks awesome.
I
That
don't know
looks
if that
cool.
looks awesome.
That looks awesome. I'm sorry.
No comment. No comment.
I love that.
No, I want to comment, Jheat. What's?
It's so stupid. I love it.
It reminds me of what's it called? The Iron Giant.
He looks
Character
like
model.
that one meme. He looks like that one meme of like a really buff teddy bear.
Yeah, like
cute
he's
face.
just he's buff for no reason. Like, come on.
I love it. I think it's great. I love. I,
for
think
a
it's funny.
cartoon show, yeah, it's buff as hell.
I think it's funny. I like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't want to be crass, but I'll say it. But it literally reminds me of the insane serial killer with a chainsaw and a hook from Total Drama Island. Like, if you look at the build, it's like it's the same design.
I could totally
What-
see
what-
that now.
What is it? What is
Wait,
this? It
You
looks
can't
like-
unsee it.
This is like Looney Tunes Jason or something.
Yeah, it's
No,
Warner. It's
It's
a
Warner Brothers.
it's a fighting game. Warner Brothers is releasing, Joe, where they have a lot of their IP characters in here,
Hmm.
I
and
know
they are
Smash
having a
Brothers.
cartoon version of
No.
Jason. Is that smart?
No, please don't encourage Disney to do that. No, please don't.
No.
Don't.
Disney. Well, actually, Disney already got their own thing, which is
Yeah, they got. They
Oh,
got
actually,
their
if
own
it's as
Disney.
good, as Speedstorm is compared to Mario Kart, I'd be all for it.
Yeah, it is as good. It's very competitive. There's a very competitive scene for this game.
Yes.
But I'll say this though, when this game does release, I reckon the numbers will be skyrocketing.
Okay.
So I'll say that. But we still got DCU news to talk about, and we got
And
other
we'll,
things.
we'll, we'll
We'll
do
get
cover Star Trek for Joe because he's excited.
okay. Well, we'll cover Star Trek first,
If
then
you
we'll
can
do
find an
DC.
article, Joe, can you find an article for
Oh,
us?
I mean, it was. I think Variety covered it, but massive news.
Just type Star Trek and it'll pop
Yeah,
up. Bro.
Anthony,
massive
hear your logo
news
sorted.
Still
dropped
with us, Blue
today.
Jay? You still with us?
Oh,
Jay?
let me switch it. Okay, never mind. I'm good.
Yeah, here it is. God, this is. I don't think anybody saw this coming.
Yeah, from the worst
Anthony, can you
producer,
put
from
an
the worst
icon,
producer of
please?
all
Today,
time. Sure.
it came out that let me see. Let me share screen here. Yeah, total nuclear bomb of a shocker today. The first casting of the new Star Trek series, Star Trek Starfleet Academy,
I don't watch
and
that.
dear God, they got
Holly
themselves an
Hunter?
Oscar-winning captain, Holly Hunter.
Wow, that's going to be amazing. She is amazing.
Yeah, this is the first time a Star Trek series has cast an Oscar winner as a captain.
This is
No
gonna be great. I love
disrespect to
Holly
like
Hunter.
Anson Mount. I love Captain Pike, but dear God, this is some huge star power they got here, and I don't think
How can you
anybody
possibly
saw this
screw this
coming.
up?
But it's
Yeah,
Star
this
Trek. They can
this
screw
is
up.
this is super exciting. I mean, like I was excited for the Starfleet Academy series anyway, but like my excitement is just, God, you're bringing some big name talent in now.
I commend you, Crazy Joe. I commend you. I commend you for bringing this news to the stream. I commend you.
I'm surprised this wasn't you guys' top story tonight. Like, I mean, I can't think of anything bigger than this.
It's Star Trek, but like not a lot of people come on social media. Not a lot of people talk about,
Not gonna lie, my father was a
my
huge
pet
Star Trek
peeve.
fan and actually got me introduced to the franchise, but I fell off after the J.J. Abrams reboot. Like I tried to get through it, I just couldn't get into it.
Is this the only news today, Star Trek, Joe?
This is the first casting we have from for Starfleet Academy.
And
I
then
mean,
there's the other one.
I mean, there's some minor news. They announced that who the producer is going to be of the prequel. That's pretty cool.
He's the ass producer.
It's Simon. They got Simon Kinberg.
Oh
so
my God,
he's got
ass.
a good track record. So that's pretty cool news. Yeah, he does. He did all the X-Men movies.
He's Tupac of ass.
Okay, Anthony.
X-Men, Cinderella 2015.
Oh
Guy's
my
got a
God,
very good
kill
track
me.
record.
Lord God mercy, that's a terrible track record.
Okay.
Oh, so okay, I think it's time to transition.
I mean, that's just that he's
but
producing.
like, what? Like, come on, like, just give us. Oh my, listen, Paramount. I know you're going. I know Paramount. I know Paramount's
oh my God,
going
he's on
bankrupt.
soapbox again, bro.
I know Paramount's going bankrupt soon because they haven't found a founder yet.
Can you please put a picture on Anthony?
It is. I have a picture.
No,
it
isn't.
must be glitched. There you go. Found it.
Anthony's gonna be in the soapbox again.
Listen, Paramount, just sell to somebody at this point. If you're not gonna take Sony deal or Sky just give up.
Trek fans are getting more Trek than ever before.
But like, just give us the damn JJ movie, and you've been promised. I'm sick of hearing that for the last 5 years.
That's not canceled though, Joe, is it?
Well, I think
they're still going to make Star Trek 4.
I would rather not see another JJ movie.
I mean, no, I want at least one more movie.
He's got a 50-50 track record. He made 2 Star Trek movies. One of them was great. One of them was shit.
Well,
so
I don't need JJ. I don't need JJ to direct it. I just want to see one more movie with that cast.
Oh, I think that cast has about 3 more movies in them.
One more will be good. One more will be good. What's up, Anna? Yeah, one more we good for that cast to wrap up the thing, and then you could do whatever you want with the Star Trek, just whatever you want in that universe.
This is the only thing I'm gonna add. I hate to cut you off, Anthony, but this is the one thing I'm gonna ask before we transition to our next topic. If Zaslav makes the decision to cut his losses today, like as we're discussing this, if it pops up on Twitter or X or whatever, who do you think is most likely to pick it up?
Oh, Paramount? WB. Why not? Why not merge the 2 companies together? They have
respectfully, Anthony. That's a terrible business decision, but I appreciate the energy.
But I don't think it will happen because they want to stay, in their own lots in Hollywood. because that's a iconic lot in Hollywood. So like,
I want whoever buys Paramount to. I don't want Paramount to be sold to an existing studio.
No, I don't want Sony. No. Skydance
Yeah.
make the most sense.
Skydance maybe. I know Byron Allen was trying to buy it. I just don't want it to go to Sony or Warner Brothers because that just takes. Then we have one less studio, and that's one less place that you can get a movie made. That gives us less options. If it's going to be sold, I would rather it be sold to not another studio. Sell it to someone else.
What about Apple?
I'm telling you right now, Holly Hunter is going to be one of the favorite captains ever.
Oh, I'm not going to hold it against Holly Hunter. Excuse me. Holly Hunter is a great actress. I'm not going to refute that. But Star Trek's IP has been respectfully, Teladia, in the crapper for the past 5 to 7 years.
No. That's not true. Strange New Worlds is hugely popular. People are loving Strange New Worlds. It's probably the most popular Star Trek spinoff since maybe Deep Space Nine.
To be a little bit in the middle, Joe, we're getting more Star Trek than ever before, but there were a lot of people that didn't like Discovery. Whether you
a lot of people didn't like Discovery, but Strange New Worlds only exists because the fans demanded it.
Yeah, Picard and Strange New Worlds seem to be an uptick. Jheat.
They're improvements. I'll give Crazy Joe that. They're improvements.
And what do you call it? And Lower Decks has developed a huge following.
Oh yeah, the show was canceled and then came back.
They just announced it's gonna. It seems like because it's the streaming model. Most streaming shows don't make it past 5 seasons.
No,
so they just announced that season 5 is going to be the last season of Lower Decks, and fans are really mounting campaigns to try to get it renewed. I mean, that show really has a fan base. So Discovery seems to be the only one that really was divisive. Unfairly so, because it's really
Yeah.
And this Starfleet Academy, this is a direct spinoff of Discovery. In fact, it's heavily rumored that it hasn't been confirmed yet, but one of the main characters on Discovery, Tilly, we believe is going to be one of the instructors at the academy because
that makes sense. Good for Holly Hunter. I think she's a great actress. I have no problem with her for sure.
So anyway,
all I say.
Okay. Go ahead, Teladia. I'm sorry, we kind of got a touch.
Yeah,
okay, that's
so
great,
I think
Joe.
that's good. We got DCU news, right? So RJ, if you got the article thing where Supergirl has got a director, right? I don't know if we talked about this.
Oh yeah, it's got a director and a release date. It's Craig Gillespie, who did Cruella, I, Tonya, and that GameStop stock movie. And then the release date is June 26th, 2026.
Yes.
Which is amazing. Having Superman and Supergirl basically a year apart. If everything stays on track.
Well, and they're going to be filming Supergirl in the fall of this year. So it's going to be entering production at the end of the year.
For 2026 release date, which makes sense for that.
What will be interesting to see is like what design they go for. Are they going to go for the Woman of Tomorrow design? Are they going to go for something unique? Or are they going to go for something different out of the something which is out of left field? It'd be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see what direction they go in terms of the suit design. I know they're gonna have the same crest emblem as Superman. That's a given. But I'm just talking about the outfit itself.
Probably something close to the comic, I would imagine. The comic that they're adapting. It makes sense.
Close, not adapting fully for a little bit.
Yeah, it's close to that or inspired by that. Yeah.
I would love to see that costume for sure.
Jay, what do you think about the release date? Because you're a special guest on this stream today. What is your thoughts on the release date, the director, and the fact that they're them filming at the end of this year?
This is definitely moving faster than I thought it would. Now, my nitpicks with the story aside, how this is essentially just True Grit, but with Supergirl. That's just my personal nitpick of the story itself. Nothing against the movie. But even with that, I hope the production goes well because especially with Superman Legacy, the DCU and James Gunn's contract with Warner Brothers Discovery really depends on the relative success of these two movies more than anything. So I wish the production and crew the best, and I hope this turns out to be a good movie.
I like the director. The dude that did Cruella and I, Tonya. I like that.
Tanya, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
As far as the suit, it's it's an interesting thing because we just got Sasha Calle's Supergirl. I like that suit of hers, and I've looked at suits. I mean, if they want to go with something more, because I think James Gunn said they're going with the more like based on the DCAU shows and stuff. Probably go. Probably might go with something like with the skirt or whatever, like a mini skirt, or probably just like a full blown suit, like without just kind of like without the skirt, like just a full blown long sleeve.
But fun fact for you guys is the fact that the Woman of Tomorrow comic is actually sold out.
Oh,
Literally.
really?
Great synergy, great build up. So yeah, the book is definitely getting a lot of momentum with the movie announcement, and hopefully Tom King actually stays on the movie side, and we never have to see him write another comic.
Damn.
Well,
Jheat.
no, I like.
No,
I'll say it.
Like,
I'll say it. His Wonder
Tom-
Woman run alone is the last straw. I'll say it.
No, I'm
Isn't he
enjoying
considered
his
one of the best writers working?
Depends on what side of the.
Well, here's the
It
thing.
depends. It depends on the character he
on.
does. Yeah.
No, the thing is with Tom King, like his Batman run did not end the best. His Batman run got kind of crappy halfway through, honestly. But like outside of that, like I haven't disliked anything he's written personally. He's fine. I mean, I read the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comic. It's excellent.
Oh, it's not a
great
bad
book, in my
comic. Don't get me
opinion.
wrong. I'm just saying,
That's
at least in my
excellent, yeah.
opinion. I'm just saying, at least in my opinion, Tom King is better on the movie side than he is, with mundane comics, because he's just not. I'm just not a fan of the guy. That's just how it boils down.
No, and that's
to it.
perfectly fine. I get that.
After the whole dilemma with the Wonder Woman situation, I mean, he got a lot of heat for that. RJ, I don't know if you know
What
that.
what did he do to Wonder Woman?
Okay, so he did
What
something
didn't he
about religious stuff, religious related stuff that actually got a lot of backlash from fans and canceling books for the next issue and whatnot. And it got him
I
in.
thought it was
heat.
selling
Seemed
fine.
like it was anti-religion. Is that what you're saying?
It was something to do with that, yeah, something to do
Okay.
with Christianity or something like that. So it kind of he put that in the book, and a lot of people weren't thinking, including Jared from Comics League. He was like, nope, not for me. He canceled the book, and he was like on my block list because of the fact that what he put in the book was really, really bad. So that's the case in point. It's like, like if this
Yeah,
if
I can't comment on that because, to be fair, I haven't read his Wonder Woman run yet. I was going
Don't.
to read it.
You're
Pretty
better
soon.
off.
Well,
You're
I
better-
wanted to check it out eventually anyway. I mean, because I wanted to read it. So I'll check it out later and decide.
RJ, listen to me. I hate to cut you off, but you need to listen to me. Only if you are fan requested or if it's a subscriber milestone do you need to read this run. You are better off. Avoid it like the plague.
I just can't.
I don't know
imagine.
if I agree with that, Jheat. It's always
I
good
mean, I
to-
want to. Yeah,
even
I
if
want
it's
to
not
read it.
great, it's always good to
Yeah.
check out more content.
No, but still, it's like what he put out there is really, really bad, and
Pretty bad.
it's pretty bad. A lot of people backlashed on it.
Yeah.
So we're
Well,
only
I actually had a question regarding the Supergirl thing because I
Go
saw.
on.
Sure.
No, because I saw this discourse going around, and a lot of people. Well, not a lot of people. I should rephrase that. I've seen some commentators in the movie talk space. They said that the director choice was a bit disappointing because they were hoping that it would be a female director for the Supergirl film. Do you guys feel the same way that it should have been a female director on this, or no?
Whatever's the best person for the job.
I think James Gunn's pretty going with the standard casting in just hiring directors. I don't think he's got that which I am for diversity and representation, okay? But the opposite end, Kathy Kennedy announces a project. It seems like James Gunn is developing the project and finding a director for that project. Whereas
Max, are we
Kathy
talking about
Kennedy,
the same Kathy Kennedy, or is this someone else?
Yeah, Kathy Kennedy, Star Wars. She's
okay. Just
Oh yeah,
wanted to
the
make sure.
book Kathy
Max.
Kennedy.
I found a way to bring her in, but he
Thank
seems, as far as all
This is
the
your
claims
third
about
time in 3 days, by the way.
of all the anti-SJWs on the internet claims about why people were hired or not. It seems like he is just hiring directors, and honestly, he went pretty basic with the Superman and Supergirl casting, based on what we got. We got Sasha Calle was a little bit of a different casting for Supergirl and Flash. So he's kind of going just back to the standard type of casting. Whether you agree with that or not, he's doing it,
No, me personally, I don't mind it. Like he had a female writer working on it. She finished her script since last year. He gave her another job to do the Teen Titan movie that just got announced a couple months ago. So I don't mind it. If I mean either way, if it would have been a female director or a male director,
Well, he
I
does
wouldn't
have
mind
a
either.
female lead writer.
Yeah,
Joe.
like he has a writer. She finished that, and she's working on the Titans project. So yeah, I'm not doing wrong with that.
The only
But,
thing I have to say about the Titans project is that don't let it be the same one from DC Universe or HBO Max because
Oh yeah, that's dope.
Teen
Yeah,
Titans
yeah.
Go, you mean?
No, Teen
No,
Titans.
there was a
The
live
Titans,
action
the Teen
Titan show a few years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
I like that, but I don't
Dude,
think anybody
that
would
show
continue
was
that.
hit or miss. Like there's like
The
biggest issue I have with
second
that show
season
is
was
its
the best.
finales.
The
Yeah.
second season was the best.
It absolutely positively has to be more family friendly.
Yeah, it has to
Because
be.
the Titans are characters that appeal to a younger audience. There's a whole generation that grew up on Teen Titans Go, and you have
And
a
Teen
chance.
Titans 03. Don't forget Teen Titans 03.
Yeah, you could have a huge blockbuster of a film, but this gets like a PG-13 rating. That was a baffling decision, I think, for DC Universe to make that show so hard R rated.
Yeah, I don't know why
I
that show is like the
remember.
Titans is not known for hard art. Like
Well,
why is that? Yeah,
I
that was
re-
so wrong
the
for that.
only
anyway.
I've never watched that show. The only thing I remember was the first trailer. Robert goes, "If Batman." And it was
Isaac,
like,
I gotta
that's
correct
a
you,
meme.
Isaac.
That's
Too
a meme.
hot.
Kathy
Try
Kennedy has
hard.
a lot to do with this because my main criticism for her is she hires someone that's hot or talent and says make what you want a lot of times instead of saying we're going to do like on the opposite end. James Gunn says we're doing a Supergirl project and then finds Supergirl and a director afterwards. He announced the
Sure.
project first. He
Sure.
finds someone that fits the project. Whereas I think where the worst parts, Kathy Kennedy does have some successes. I will correct myself. Andor, which I know Joe doesn't like, and
Andor was actually pretty good for the most
and
part. I don't know why
Acolyte,
people
and
stopped watching
Acolyte.
it.
I give her a lot of credit for those. Acolyte looks good to me, and that's
Yeah.
something that she really headed up hiring Leslie Headland, and it looks great to me. So she's had some successes. She's a great producer. But a lot of her projects, she hires who's hot. Look, what's happened with Taika Waititi? What's happened with the Game of Thrones director? What's happened with Ryan Johnson?
Oh, the Game of Thrones one is
I just said that just to see if
the
Joe
Game
would
of Thrones one
You're
is
making a
the
good
James,
point,
is
Anthony
the James
Houston, not
Mango
gonna
one.
lie.
I am
Yeah,
excited to see
yeah.
what Taika Waititi comes up with.
So I'll say
he was
this.
joking about not doing it anymore, Joe. I mean, it's still possible he would do it.
I
but
haven't
doubt
heard
it.
him say he's not doing it anymore.
Okay.
No. Well, I don't know. That guy. We'll see whatever happens with that project. No, but the Game of Thrones ones, I'm grateful they got let go of that project. They dog crap. I'm sorry, with all due respect. They ruined the last season of Game of Thrones. They probably would have ruined another Star Wars project. And that project just turned into the James Mango one, which I'm perfectly fine with. So I just don't need them. Good.
So
Let them stay with Netflix. Do the 3-body TV show they doing the adaptation for that, and in that which already got a second season on Netflix coming. So let them
we'll
stay
do
with that.
our last topic, and
Okay,
then
cool.
we'll wrap up.
Already? You're at the end already?
Well,
Oh wait.
But we'll-
Talati wants a structured stream.
I
Oh,
know.
damn.
literally,
I
Max
thought it
was
was
it's gonna
damn.
be
I
a
thought it was
long
3
4 hours
hours.
literally
Wow.
on the second topic.
I mean, it's going to be a long conversation, mind you.
Okay.
I know, I'm just messing with Max. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Drum roll, please.
Okay, so the next conversation is Daisy Ridley talks about Star Wars in an interview
Oh,
about
boy, here we go.
Rey's character
Okay.
going forward.
Cool.
Now, I saw this on the internet. I can't remember whose YouTube channel it was, but I saw this and it got me really interested, like invested, like thinking she wants to develop the character in a very good way. The way she felt like in the interview, she said she matured up now. Like she didn't understand the way things were going with Star Wars, but now she understands it, and like so I'm just like
That's
interested.
typical JJ for
Well,
you.
well, I
No,
would like to respond first, Teladia. Thank you for bringing this up.
yeah.
I, for one, have always said, even though I have problems with the sequel trilogy,
Oh, and she
characters,
wanted
actors, and
yeah.
actresses in the sequel trilogy are not my issue. It was direction and storytelling, which I know some people like it. More power to the people that love it.
And the Raylos, don't forget the Raylos.
Yeah, Raylos, that was a success for Star Wars, whether you want to admit it or not. People like the Raylo love story, But Daisy Ridley's a great actress. I think she's very likable. I would love an amazing Ray story. I'm all for it. And then one of the things that she did talk about, which I thought you were going to talk about when you brought up the Ray, is how she wants Finn to become a Jedi.
Yeah, she's pushing
And that
for
is
that.
something.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that bit, but
Yeah. She says one of the things I'd like to see in this is Finn make his way towards and maybe since Kylo isn't there, maybe Finn is going to move on from what's her name? There's a few of them in the sequel trilogy.
I'm seeing if I can find
Kelly Marie Tran's character, Rose,
Rose.
and then the other character, which honestly I liked Rose a lot better than the character they brought in to be his potential love interest in the third movie. Not that she was
I
bad.
had nothing really
She had nothing
against
to do.
Rose in the Last Jedi. It's just the fact that the whole thing was forced.
I don't even
Like-
remember her name. What was her name?
Right. That's
What
was
I
her
thought
name? I don't remember.
maybe was like
Java?
I thought it would have been cool if either
Jaina?
one of them was Lando's Lando's family.
Yeah,
but
they didn't confirm that to the very end of the movie, which was stupid.
They-
that
they-
was really
They
dumb.
desperately need to bring Finn and Lando's daughter back.
well,
Because
is that Lando's daughter, Joe?
It
Well,
is
they-
they
Lando's
confirmed at
daughter.
the very end of the movie. Yes.
Yeah, and they because
Mm.
they
Which was
hinted
so
at a
stupid, by
storyline
the
there.
way.
They hinted at a storyline that they never followed through with of those guys being force
JJ, that's JJ Abrams for you.
And what's quite different is no shade to what's the actor that plays Finn? What's his name?
John
Uh,
Boyega.
Boyega.
John
Boyega.
Boyega said you're not going to Disney Plus me. Then he had some projects where he was the leading man and they failed to get good box office. And now he said he's wanting to come back to Star Wars. I'm just saying this is how some actors and actresses are. They're like, I'm not going to do that again. Then you realize it can't
Oh,
get
his
wrapped out there.
Netflix
He did the
movie.
Pacific Rim
I just-
sequel. He did some other movies where he's headlining, and it did not generate box. I like John Boyega.
His
but-
last movie
Yeah.
on Netflix, Meet Tyrone, whatever it was good. That was amazing. But it did
Yeah.
great on Netflix number. But outside of that,
outside, he's not really getting good numbers.
outside
on
he's
his
doing
own.
I Am Legend 2 with Will Smith. He said that the other day.
No, I thought that was
that was
gonna
Michael B.
be-
That's
Jordan.
not
Never
Michael
mind.
B.
Oh
Jordan.
shit. Oh
Michael
my
B.
god, confused
Jordan.
both. Never mind. No, he's
You're
doing the
good,
book of Eli, whatever the thing is. Yeah.
Could we expound on this, Teladia, of what
Yeah.
would you want to see in the Ray movie? What's the one thing you want to see the most in the Ray movie? I would actually say, even beyond Ray having a good storyline, that I like I mean, it's subjective in my opinion. It would be, I want Finn involved and Finn to have a really significant, great story.
So I want to see like the expansion of the Jedi, right? I would love to see that. Make that return, bring back, the Jedi in a good way, expand on it, teach new younglings the ways of the Force, teach Finn's character, to become a Jedi, like in this article that I pulled up, which I did research on. She says absolutely Ray says, Daisy Ridley says, absolutely, of course, young woman, and it feels like we should, yeah. They talk about the time when she was the Force Awakens, to all the way up to what's it called, the Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, but the thing is, I truly believe that yes, in this article, if she wants John Boyega to come back and play Finn, great. That's a great way for the character to develop and to also for Star Wars to kind of say, okay, well, we're still continuing on from where we left off, but we can introduce new characters, and even though we got these characters from the previous one, we can make them better not like what we left off on, which was a disaster. So that's the way I would do it.
Which is a safe option because sometimes you can't really go back or course correct, nothing like that. Sometimes you're stuck with the hand you've been dealt. And these characters definitely need a lot of genuine development and improvement. But if worst comes to worst, I mean, the option is there. I mean, you have the Legends continuity. So, I mean, but for some reason y'all pretend like it doesn't exist. But nitpicks aside, I'm just saying, I agree with Teladia.
Okay, what do you think, Blue Jay? And then we'll go around the panel.
Blue Jay fell asleep.
I think Blue Jay
then
fell asleep.
Blue Jay.
I
Can you
think
hear
he's
us?
gone.
last.
Why is it?
What?
We're talking about Rey Skywalker and the fact that John Boyega returning. How would you feel about them bringing them back?
I don't know. Star Wars. I don't care. I don't know, man. Just
Are you tired?
no. I every
No, I understand.
no. It's just Star Wars is. Star Wars is. I don't like talking about sometimes, but like, I mean, hey, I like John Boyega. I mean, it'd be cool if he comes back, but I don't know. I really checked out of Star Wars. Well, the movie wise, it's just
Understandable.
Of course, surrounding it is just very annoying.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, Kathleen, this and that.
Okay, Anthony, what you gotta say? Then we'll go.
Who's that?
You. Yeah, I would love to see John Boyega to come back and stuff. I would love if they did a couple improvement on Rey character and Star Wars was where they left off on her and how she's doing all these years and stuff and see how is the Jedi going in the movie. So yeah, I would love for that. Yeah.
Okay, Mac. Obviously, I know Max. How you feel about it?
Oh yeah, I'm up for it. I mean, I would prefer to see, and I do think we're getting a different Star Wars movie first before the Rey movie because I haven't heard a lot of news about.
You
them
get in
going
the
past the writing stage.
Mandalorian one first, and then
Yeah.
the Mandalorian.
But I'm open to it.
I mean, it's
I'll try to rewatch The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker again.
it's like I'll watch it. Like I like Star Wars. I'm a casual fan.
There's some great stuff in Last Jedi. I'll admit that, and I dislike the movie. There's some great stuff.
I will watch. I mean, I've seen The Last Jedi when it came out. I thought it was fine. It's a beautiful looking movie. I just think that the discourse is like we still talking about this. Like what?
7 years later.
7 years later, I'm like, I'm over it, Brand. I'm watching the Bad Batch and Rebels and Ahsoka and all those things.
Yeah.
I'm like, I Star Wars is dead all the time. I'm like, well, what?
No, I understand.
Yeah.
Chris Joe, you got any input you want to add to the topic?
Well, I mean, I'm very excited. I'm extremely excited about the Rey movie. It's probably the Star Wars project I'm most excited about because we're spending too much time in the past. The only real area you could tell a really creative Star Wars story is post Rise of Skywalker because there's no continuity ceiling that you have to worry about. Like, oh, well, we can't do this because we know this happens. The future's wide open. So yeah, I can't wait. I'd love to see them bring Finn back. I'd love to see them bring Kelly Marie Tran back and give her some justice because they really screwed her in the last movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Bring it on, and bring it on soon. I'm craving it.
Okay, RJ.
So the question is like disregarding our excitement or like
your
feelings about it.
Your feelings about the story, like
like where it could go.
Yeah.
The most exciting thing that this movie could do is if it just simply would never be made.
Savagery there.
Can't say I blame you
not
there,
care
RJ.
less
Can't
about
say I
this.
blame you.
I think making this movie is a massive mistake. I wouldn't do it, but Disney's going to Disney. So
Why would it be a mistake?
it's a
It's his
massive
opinion,
mistake
Joe.
because I don't think that this is the kind of movie that's going to generate any kind of box office excitement whatsoever.
I mean, the Rey trilogy has all made $1 billion each.
Diminishing returns with each movie, though.
Yeah, same with the prequels.
Each movie's made less than the last one.
That's how hot movies work.
I
Anyway.
just do not.
Well,
I
to be
said this a
fair,
million
Joe,
times. I don't
it's
think there's
just
going to
this
be
it's
any.
just this
There's
opinion,
going
but
to be no nostalgia. There's going to be no excitement for this movie.
I've spoken
whatsoever. I
with a
think making
lot
it's
of
a massive mistake.
young people, our friends, Joe, that are in movie talk, and RJ, Blue Jay, and even my cousin are just not excited about the sequel trilogy continuing. That doesn't mean there's a lot of fans for them. I'm just saying there are young people that this should be for that are not excited about new Star
You got to
Wars.
remember the young generation love the sequels. This is
But they're
their
not going to be old
series.
enough.
The momentum isn't there. That's what we're trying to.
Oh, it's there. It's there.
No, but
You
here's the thing. I understand. No, I'm not disagreeing that like the younger kids might like Rey, right? I'm just saying that by the time this movie comes out, there's not going to be any nostalgia for the sequel trilogy that's set in yet, right? By the time like we're getting nostalgia for the prequels, like it's been like what 20 years, 25 plus years, right? That makes sense, right? For that nostalgia to kick in. This is still fresh. Like it's still going to be fresh. Like it's not going to have time to sit in any kind of nostalgic feelings.
But you don't need nostalgia. Like I mean, the nostalgia
you kind of do
sells,
because like the last
nostalgia sells old things.
Let him talk. Crazy Joe,
nostalgia sells old things. Like, but you know, it's like we're not saying, we're not gonna like last summer Guardians 3 came out. We didn't say, well, why are they making a Guardians 3? There's no nostalgia for it.
Joe, some people may argue that the nostalgia is what propped up the Rey trilogy, and without that, it wouldn't have made that money.
That's a fair argument, Crazy Joe. That's a fair argument.
Here's the thing you got to remember:
with Luke, Han and Leia and Lando.
There's a whole generation that grew up with Rey. That's their Star Wars. That's my daughter. My daughter, her Star Wars is Rey. You go to Galaxy's Edge. It's all based around the sequel trilogy.
Which Disney would tell you themselves that was a mistake.
It was not a mistake. It's
jam-packed. 100% a mistake.
Every time. Well, then how come the lines are...
no, that lane's had diminishing returns.
No,
that's the time, gentlemen.
That's total BS because I've been there twice in the past year, and you can't even get on the Smuggler's Run or Rise of the Resistance without waiting at least 2 hours.
Okay,
it's
that's just Disneyland crowds in general.
There's an hour wait just to get into the cantina. You know,
but it's not because it's the sequel trilogy, though.
Well, Joe, I love you in your opinions, and I'm very happy that you love the sequel trilogy. But I would equate sort of your take here. The closest thing I could say is like you're giving excuses for it, like a Snyder fan would say, continuing the Snyderverse. You know, something similar there. That the sequel trilogy was as divisive as BVS was. Those are some of the most divisive nerd movies of all time. BVS, Last Jedi.
Last Jedi made $1 billion. BVS did not.
It almost made $1 billion. It was not as successful. It's not that far off from
It made over $1 billion.
Max, here's the thing though, right? BVS did actually make $1 billion, including sales in digital and DVD and whatnot. If you include that, so
yeah, it made less than The Last Jedi.
I mean, but we can't sit here and say The Last Jedi wasn't.
But it also didn't have Luke Skywalker either.
Jheat's got something to say, so let Jheat say.
Look, I respect you guys. It's a pleasure and an honor to be on the show, so I don't want to step on any toes. And I do want to concede Crazy Joe's point. There is a new generation and more fans with the Star Wars IP. I actually commend that your daughter got into Star Wars, Crazy Joe. Let me be the first to openly commend and acknowledge that. But can we really say at this time, currently in 2024, this young audience, okay, we make this movie today, we go through filming in 6 months, and boom, we can immediately go off $1 million just like the divisiveness of the sequel trilogy didn't happen. Can we rely solely on that young audience alone, logistically?
I think so.
Is there an argument for that?
Well, I think everyone's going to go see it. It's a Star Wars movie.
I don't think so, no.
Please tell me how. Crazy Joe, please.
Star Wars sells. I mean, they're not going to make $1 billion again because no movie's going to make $1 billion now. We're in the post-$1 billion era of movies.
You get lucky.
I keep saying, if I had a nickname for the current era of cinema, I would call it the flop era because 90% of the movies that come out.
Okay, well, how do you explain Barbie then?
Yeah, well, the fact that you can name one movie,
Mario,
I can name
Barbie,
multiple movies that
Oppenheimer.
come out.
yeah, you can name them all on hand. Barbie, Mario,
Inside
Oppenheimer.
Out 2.
Like, yeah,
Here's
that
a
hasn't
couple
opened
$billion
yet.
ones this year. Inside Out 2.
Inside Out 2 is not going to make $1 billion.
Yes, it is.
No,
it's not.
It's going to be
Okay,
close.
what about Deadpool
By the
and
way.
I don't know about
Wolverine.
billion.
Deadpool
Maybe
and
like
Wolverine.
500-600 million. Sure for that.
Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine is probably going to make a lot of money.
I mean,
I
I keep
them.
saying it. The death of the 90-day exclusivity window in theaters has killed movies. It's just that simple.
Fall Guys fans because nobody
what's
cares.
happening right now with the Fall Guys, the perfect example. Fall Guys only been out for 2 weeks, and you can get it on digital today. And that is a stupid mistake for Universal. You are
agree.
kneecapping the box office, and you are kneecapping the box office.
But they
for
didn't
your
announce
next
that until
movie.
the box office wasn't on fire.
That's
though.
irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
That is
It's
irrelevant.
not. No, it is absolutely irrelevant because it's not about the Fall Guy. It's about the next movie. It is about the next movie because the next movie comes out and the audience goes, well, the Fall Guy and Ungentlemanly Warfare and Abigail, they're already on streaming. I don't need to see this. It's gonna be on streaming.
Explain. Okay. But explain how the hell did a Zendaya-led movie make more money than every one of them?
And that's on streaming already.
And it made by the budget and it's good.
Though.
I think
it's been
people,
out for like
I just think people want a big event film. They don't want just an average movie-going experience. They want a premium experience. Premium experiences are still getting the box office, I think. Bruce says Star Wars fans are cry bitches that will watch a turd on screen as long as it's called Star Wars.
No, that's not.
We've never heard get into
They
this.
won't pay for it though. So Joe thinks that people are still going to show up for Star Wars. I say it's a very different thing when you're talking about if it's on Disney Plus. People already have a subscription, so you watch it. But if you pay out extra income that you're not planning for, and go pay for a movie for Star Wars, it's a whole different thing. And I don't know. I think that time
the next Star Wars movie, the next, which is Grogu and Mando.
Mandalorian.
That one is going to be huge because we haven't had a Star Wars movie in about 6. By the time it opens, it'll be about 7 years.
And it's about characters that the current generation are much more excited about.
I mean, it doesn't even matter.
Mandalorian and Grogu is going to be a success. I will not refute that with you, Crazy Joe. But a Rey-centric Star Wars movie in Episode 10, you don't have domestically. I'm going pure logistics here, regardless of demographic. It's not going to have the same momentum as Mandalorian Grogu. Mandalorian Grogu is a much more acclaimed show. It has.
I actually think it'll have more. I think it'll have more. Because Mandalorian,
not even close. What?
I don't know about that, bro. Merchandise
for free for 3
Let him
seasons.
cook. Just let him cook.
You're talking about a character that everyone has been getting for free on TV for 3 seasons. Rey is a box office character. Rey is a character that
can I give a little pushback?
I can dispute this with one sentence.
Well,
one question. Who makes more
we'll
money? No, real quick. Who makes more money, Rey or Baby Yoda?
For merch.
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. Like,
well, you're talking about merchandise. I'm talking about
box office. Here's Crazy Joe.
Okay, genuine question. Which character is more popular, Rey or Baby Yoda?
Well, Baby Yoda.
Okay.
But that doesn't change anything. Han Solo is more popular than Rey, and Solo bombed.
Okay, well, here's the
because
thing,
it
Joe,
came after The Last Jedi, which was a super divisive
I don't
movie
think that Rey has been tested on her own yet.
That is true.
Each movie, she had either Han, Luke,
Leia,
and Lando.
Okay.
So she had that. So
and
I don't know that Rey...
The heavy rumor,
yeah,
we don't know if it's true, but the heavy rumor is that Baby Yoda is going to be in the Rey movie.
Oh my God.
That's a glorified cameo to boost numbers. You're just proving. Okay.
Yeah, that just proves my point.
Glorified cameo.
If they hand Grogu off to Rey,
that shows that they have no faith in that Rey movie. It shows they have no faith in the Rey movie.
That would just
how does that show they have that? Doing the logical story point is no faith.
It shows that they're desperate because they have to put a
you're rebuilding the Jedi, and you bring in one of the most force-sensitive characters in Star Wars.
Mandalorian season.
Technically, Grogu will be, and if he show up in the Rey movie, technically he will be the same age as Yoda.
Wait, didn't Yoda die at 900 years old?
He's not going to be cute when he sees Rey.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because,
something maybe like he will be like he'll be old. He will not be the same.
oh no, Grogu is
Yeah,
at least 500. I will give you that. Grogu is
yeah.
at
Like
least
he'll be
500.
older if he
Teladia,
does show up in that movie.
I appreciate you putting together the stream, but yes, Star Wars is
Yeah.
still just as divisive as the Snyderverse
Yeah.
for
It'll
DC
always be
is.
So
divisive until Disney
I'll bring up
fixes and
this
makes
one
good
last topic before we end wrap up, which is my adventures with Superman season 2, because I think they showed a clip today, and Jay, you know where I'm going with this.
I know where you're going with this, Teladia.
My God, what a show is premiering at the end of this month.
next
No,
weekend.
I
Yeah,
didn't
next
see it
weekend.
yet. I kind of want to
Next
see it.
weekend, yeah. I'll be honest. I like the first season. I can't wait to see more Superman, Lois, and Jimmy. Those are three dynamic, whatever.
dynamic, yeah.
Dynamic, yeah. And so it's good to see those characters. I like the teaser they showed today. You got to see the Hawk people. You got to see Darkseid Army a little bit, and McTallow and stuff like that. So that was good to see. So
Yeah.
I do have one thing to add,
Go
Teladia.
ahead.
I just saw this on Twitter because
sure.
people were even on this stream were like, I'm not sure about the X-Men writer. So for anyone doubting the new X-Men writer, let me remind you that the same guy who wrote Supergirl movie is
Oh
also
my god!
Chernobyl.
I like that
Great
movie.
show. Give it a chance.
Oh, we did.
Oh God!
Okay.
Oh God!
All right.
Is
You know
Superhero
what?
movie
You know
any
what?
good?
Oh
I've never
my
saw that.
Hold on, hold on. Go back, go
As a
back.
parody, yes.
I
As a movie, hell no.
look.
This is the director.
I
of
like. I
He's
like.
the HBO. He's the
I mean, the writer.
No,
Last
listen,
of
that's
Us.
a good
The
point,
Last of
though.
Us.
That is
Yeah.
a good point. I can't dispute that.
He's doing the Last of Us, and he's doing the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Hey,
He-
people change,
my
you know.
God.
People change. Also,
You never know.
I like superhero movie.
And I like
Guilty
Chernobyl. That's a
pleasure.
good ass thing. Hey, that's a good ass
Oh,
show.
Cheeseman, get that off there. I'm
Oh
not
my
highlighting your
God.
comments unless you get Diddy off your icon.
No Diddy.
that.
Oh no.
All right,
my
Cheeseman.
Oh.
Oh
Okay,
no
that kind of
Diddy.
made me. That kind of lightened the mood after
You know
all.
But
50
any,
cents.
but
You know 50 cents. I love his
I know Netflix.
his
Why do you want to
Netflix.
talk
Yeah,
about
Netflix
it?
bought it.
I don't
Yeah.
want
but
to talk
I'll
about that
say.
Oh, you're
mess.
talking about
But
the
anyway,
thing.
but yeah, I just think with next week, my adventure with Superman myself, I'm definitely be excited for that. And yep, I think that's pretty much it. We'll go around the panel, do our outros, and give everyone let them know what we got coming up. So Anthony, I don't know if you do YouTube.
Nah, I just
What
be
do you?
here every day, listen to y'all, and I appreciate it being here.
You should make more
Uh,
content, Anthony.
No, I'm
Yep.
good. I
Yeah, start a
enjoy the
Blue Jay,
podcast.
stream. Never.
Blue Jay, of course.
Yeah.
Let them know. What you
Let's see. To subscribe to Blue Cinema. I do like tier list streams. I do reviews. That pretty much it. Oh no, I got a box office game. Pretty fun game. You should try sometime. Jheat, it's pretty fun. You just guess which movies has the highest numbers box office wise. It's pretty simple, pretty fun, pretty enjoyable. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I ain't doing much right now. I'm tired.
It's all good.
You've been a good
Crazy
sport,
Joe.
Blue Jay.
Crazy Joe,
Thank you,
when
thank
you're
you,
coming
man.
up on your channel.
You're pretty cool.
I have nothing to promote.
Okay.
I am,
Then you get
Crazy
free
Joe,
codes.
I appreciate the debate with you. I hope you and your daughter continue to be Star Wars fans and passionate about the conversation. And hopefully I can have you on my channel for a proper debate in the future. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Ooh,
oh,
wow.
sure.
That
Yeah.
would be that
Thank
would
you.
be cool actually.
Hey Joe,
I
I'm
fuck
gonna
with
bring
that.
when I visit you. I'm gonna bring my little Turtles TV to see if that.
No, he's gonna
That
break.
works.
Max is gonna break that
Works.
before he even break it.
No, we got to check his N64 because he's got a green one.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
still haven't been
interesting.
able to test that thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
Max. Bradley say keep doing your
Uh,
hunter things.
our
thanks,
guest,
Brad.
of
He
course,
loves it.
Jheat, the Heat Man. Tell everyone what you got coming up on your channel, and let them know exactly.
Well,
what you...
my name Jheat Blaze. You can also find me at Jheat75 at Twitter or X. I do gaming, movie reviews, what ifs, just about everything, anything and everything in between. And I also take fan requests. So you can also hit me up on Twitter. You can also hit me on the Comics League Discord. And if you guys want me to request or cover something, I'll be down for it. I'm doing a DeCamu and Damian Wayne retrospective. I even collaborate with Teladia and Jared on multiple projects, including My Adventures of Superman Season 2. That's going to be an experience. But need the Council of Lois aside, you're in for a great time. So I appreciate everyone for letting me join MME, or at least having this little experiment to see whether we all vibe so well. But either way, it was a pleasure and an honor to be here, and hopefully I'm invited back in the future.
No
Sure.
problem. RJ,
I'm
let
not
them know
sure
when you
about
come.
the rest of the panel, but you are for sure. No, I'm just kidding.
RJ,
On the
when you
next
come.
episode of Chronicles, they'll be talking about how the Switch 2 will be a friendly. I'm playing.
So let them know about your podcast. What exactly is the podcast that you do?
Oh
And
yeah, Controller Chronicles. Yeah, that's our video game podcast that I do with a couple of buddies of mine. We're gonna be recording a new episode tomorrow and an update video, and then
Is the Switch 2 going to be a topic?
probably next month we'll be talking, covering Summer Games Fest, all that good stuff. We'll be doing that next month too, so that's something to look forward out to. But yeah, fun stuff. And then I don't know, I don't do anything on my channel anymore because I don't know, I ain't got ideas.
okay, cool.
So I just pop around here.
Maybe if
Yeah.
it was half a year ago. So yeah.
So as for me, I'm Teladia Plays. You can follow me on Twitter at Teladia Plays _ and check me out on YouTube at Teladia Plays. Tomorrow I'll be doing a live stream with Jared from Comic League and maybe Jheat if it's available for Snyder Fans Read Comics as we read the Justice League from Jeff Johns and Jim Lee as we're covering New 52 Justice League. And then
it's
Thursday,
crazy how Jeff Johns is a good comic book writer, but he's asked at making movies. God damn.
yeah. So we're
Yeah,
covering
man,
that.
they gotta cut in, bro. Shit.
I'm just sorry. I just have to.
And also on Thursday, I'm doing Suicide Squad Killer Justice League as we're doing episode 2 for that DLC thing. We're going to be covering that. We're going to be playing that with me and
Oh, you're still
myself. and
playing
Jared.
that?
I thought that game died.
No, I'm only playing it because of the Brainiac boss fight.
DLC. I thought that game
Brainiac
died.
boss
They say
fight.
that
I'm not-
game is
Oh,
dead.
I stopped playing after I beat it.
No. Blue Jay, the only reason I'm playing it is because of the Brainiac boss fight. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I'm playing it.
Yeah, I guess.
But and then also I am going to be doing collabs with Jheat, of course, as we are going to be doing my adventure with Superman next week, and also I'll be doing some prediction videos, sorry, I should say, for Summer Game Fest, as what we could potentially see there in terms of DC stroke Marvel video games. So I'll be doing that in a video format. So stay tuned for that. So until then, guys, make sure you do leave a like on the stream, or if you're watching this later as a video on demand, make sure you just leave a like. Comment down below in the comment section, what do you guys think about tonight's stream? Did I do a good job? Did I do a bad job? Let me know your thoughts on the MME International stream. Also, make sure you subscribe to MME, which is Movie Madness and Entertainment, and make sure you follow him on Twitter as well. The link and all of that, you can check in the bio. But Max, I appreciate you letting me do this for MME International's first stream, and hopefully I put things together really well for you. Hope I did you proud. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You did a great job, Teladia. You always be the best boy.
Hey, at least I don't swear. I'll swear off stream, but but Max, yeah, hopefully we could do this again. Maybe
Sure.
once or twice a month. Me and
whatever you want.
RJ co-hosting as always, and bring on different guests at different times. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And Bradley, thanks for the thumbs up, and Rhea. Rhea's just said Fall Guys is on digital, hopefully hit Netflix soon. Yep, that's gonna be cool.
It'll be on Peacock before Netflix.
Oh, okay. I have Peacock still.
Okay, cool.
You
So that
do?
could
You
be a
don't
move.
got the new bundle they announced if you have Infinity?
No, I don't have it.
That could be a movie. That could be a movie night discussion.
Yeah.
But anyway,
cable.
no, I'll watch along with Max and everyone.
In a moment of silence for Red Lobster, everyone.
Oh yeah, rest in peace to Red Lobster. They filed bankruptcy.
I love Red
Wait,
Lobster.
did they file bankruptcy or they just lost?
There's
a
a
few
lot of
locations?
stores
They
are
filed
closing. If you-
bankruptcy, but they put out a statement saying, "Don't worry, that doesn't mean we're shutting
But no,
down."
but there's a lot of restaurants going out of business. Well, I do also feel bad that there's a lot of great staff at Red Lobster.
Oh yeah, I
I've always
love going
had a
there.
Great
Like,
people, great people.
Yeah, I always give $100 tip. Like great people.
No, you
yeah.
don't.
$100 tip.
Yeah,
No, you don't, because
no,
I
I'm
ain't
playing.
seeing that on my channel.
Well, never. I'm sorry,
I
And-
don't
man.
see no $100. I
Wait,
see like a
wait,
99
Raiders
before we
super
deserve it.
sticker.
before we
You
end,
give that to the waitress, this 99-cent super sticker?
Yes,
Because
you
wait,
get
before-
99
waitress.
cents.
before
Waitress deserve it, Max.
before
They
we
work
end,
hard every day, man. They don't get that type of money.
okay.
You know,
Before we end,
Let's wrap
Frankie
it up.
says,
Let's wrap it up.
okay. Before we end,
it's a
everyone
very
watch
hard thing. They
challenges.
work
It's
very
peak
hard for
cinema.
us to
It's
give us
peak
food.
cinema to watch challenges. Everyone watch that. Until the next time, Max, take us out of here.
Oh, I forgot to get.
Yes, Max. They work very hard.